Hello, everyone, and welcome to CMSA Esports. We are here for the Ruby Invitational Finals. The whole season has concluded, and now the players have voted on who they wanted to see in the Invitationals. Tonight, we're going to celebrate 10 players taking the rift for kind of a final hurrah of Season 16 from CMSA Esports. Just to tell you about our organization, we are CMSA Esports. We are the largest not-for-profit LGBTQ plus esports organization in the Midwest. And outside of League of Legends, we also have other esport offerings. We do Fortnite. We do Dead by Daylight. We do D&D. We have we have a book club. There's all sorts of things going on. So if you are interested in gaming, esports, please join us or continue signing up for our seasons where we get to play with each other, play against one another, and have such a great time in the process. So here to take on this, let me recap. Last week we saw the Pearl players play, and they had an absolute banger of a 3-game series. It was tied 1-1. There was a pentakill in game 3. It was. I got a noise complaint. It was such a hype. It was such a hype match. I hope that the play that we see out of Ruby can equalize or surpass what we saw last week. But I'm not going to cast this alone. I've got two people alongside me, and I'm pleased to introduce the casters for tonight. I will just be in hosting duties. Welcome to the broadcast, Nick and Sean.
Yeah, thank you.
Hello. Yeah, thank you so much.
Well, before we get started, do either of you want to tell us a little bit about yourselves, what you're expecting going into tonight?
Sure. So I am Nick.Zeit. I am a Masters support and ADC main. Been playing League for about 10 years. I watched those Pearl games last week, and I saw that they were some long bangers and you were exactly right, they were full of fighting. So I'm excited to see these players. They've been playing and practicing all season. I want to see some really crazy outplays and showcasing that League is not Dota. We have so much damage and so much CC to put out, but it's not going to be boring. It's going to be exciting here.
Yeah, I'm Sean, or Sean Grew. I've been playing in CMSA for a long time, since around end of 2021. I'm in the Ruby League, and I must say I've been very excited for this matchup. I played in Ruby this season, so I played against a lot of these players, and I think this matchup is going to be very spicy. So I'm super, super excited to see how both teams play.
Well, as we're talking about these two teams, I want to formally kind of kick off the night with a coin toss, and these two teams have called their sides already. And so let me go ahead and get my coin here. Let me go ahead and remind myself who has decided which way the coin toss will go. Blaine's team will be tails. Zangi's teams will be heads. We'll introduce these teams right after this, but let's let them know if they're going to be on side, who has side select. So here we go. Got my coin. We'll go ahead and flip it. It is going to be tails side. Congratulations, Blaine. And why don't we go ahead now and introduce the team, as Blaine and their team has won the coin toss.
So we have, I believe we have Blaine as top lane. We have Salad Avenger as jungle. Mystifer as mid lane. Who Ate My Pop-Tarts as ADC, and Blue Badger support on Blaine's team. Then on Zangi's team, we have Sour Sam as top lane. Zangi as jungle. Firefly as mid lane. Dr. Fox as ADC, and Lick and Stick as support. Pretty spicy.
Yeah, and you were telling me a little bit before we started the stream, Sean, that there is a powerhouse combo, it seems, on Zangi's team. Do you want to talk a little bit about how it seems Zangi and Sour Sam are like the dynamic duo jungle top? That seems interesting.
Yes, so as most people know, Zangi and Sour Sam throughout this whole entire season have played together on the same team as jungle top for every single week except the final week, and they ended off the season at 80% win rate and 75% win rate, which is
Whoa.
kind of crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, probably not hurt by the fact that they're always playing together. They've got some good chemistry. So, I mean, maybe we'll see strong side top. When do you put those two words together? That's it's few and far between, but I mean, if it's working for them, it's working, right?
Yeah, especially I feel like top lane, in my opinion, is the most useless role. But if
Said
you
by a
are
top laner.
yes, I am a top laner, so personally saying it. Um, but I think that even though it's the most useless role, it can have major impact if you are as impactful as Sour Sam. And as someone who has personally gone against Sour Sam, he's a great top laner, and he does impact the game by his playstyle. So I'm interested to see how it goes.
Yeah,
So
I'm
I'm
excited.
getting, sorry to interrupt the conversations, but I'm getting word that the teams are ready to play. But before we jump out onto the Rift, I wanted to have a little opportunity to talk to the captains of these two teams for a brief interview. Are you guys ready for this?
Yeah, absolutely.
All
Yep.
right. We are going to go ahead and bring on the captain of Band Demacia, Blaine.
Holy shit!
All right, I'm here with the captain of Band Demacia, Blaine. You're live on the broadcast. Welcome.
Hello, stream. Oh god, I need to mute stream or else I'm gonna hear me twice, and no one wants that.
Blaine, we wanted to get your thoughts on how do you think the night is going to go? Anything cooked up that you can tell us?
I don't want to give away our secrets, but the only secret I will tell is Zangi's going down.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
All
I'm
right.
gonna continue my winning streak against Zangi in invitationals.
Ooh, what is it at right now?
Yeah, what is it at?
I don't know, like 1.
Hey, one's better
And the
than none.
streak is alive.
Yep.
So I have a question for you, Blaine. You don't want to
Yeah.
give away any secrets. I don't think I'm gonna peer too far into the trade secrets here when I ask this. Do you have a theme song for your team? A fight song?
I don't know what's every single high school's like fight song. That one.
Oh, rah rah rah! We're the best. We're the best.
yeah, let's go with that.
That's
I
a good
wasn't
one. That's a good
A
one.
brass band here, like just like a good old high school march band coming out for Blaine. I can see you.
No, obviously it's like, I don't know, Chapel Roan or something like that. I don't know.
Oh yeah. All right. So when I call you Team Chapel Roan, and maybe in the final victory screen, we'll see you there. But good luck.
Hey,
Babe.
thank you,
Yeah.
thank you.
Good luck, Blaine.
Good luck.
Okay, and now let's go ahead and pull in Zangy from Zangy and the Sassy Tramps. Zangy, welcome to the broadcast. You're live. We wanted to
Right.
pull you in for a quick interview and ask you how are you feeling going into this this series. Obviously, you've had some amount of success here on Invitational Night.
I wouldn't necessarily say that. I had a good season, but Invitationals just seems to be a cursed experience for me. I don't think I've ever won an Invitational game. Blaine last time, him and his team utterly destroyed us. So we're just looking for a comeback, looking for some competitive games at the very least. But we're excited.
Are you
See,
taking any
I-
lessons from those? Sorry to interrupt you, Sean.
Yeah, definitely thinking about some bands that we would want to do that we know they have in reserve, and we actually practiced this time, so kind of a revolutionary idea, but we got to play together a few times to run some different strategies and plans and things like that.
I have a question, Zangy. Do you think you will get a single J4 game?
No, because they're afraid of it. And they know that if I got Jarvan, it would just be a 2-0 sweep. It'd be an early night. They can get tucked into bed by their mommies. And that would be it. They can't have Jarvan and Garen on the field at the same time. It's too much Demacia power for them to handle. Like they already have Jarvan hovered right now, ready to ban it. So it is what it is. It's okay. I'll just point at the screen and pick something because I just want to play Jarvan. That's all I want, but it's just too much to ask for.
If
Well-
you do get Jarvan, do you think they have a pre-planned counter?
It doesn't matter. You put anyone on it. You put 5 copies on that map. Give me Jarvan, please. I'm begging you.
Sounds
Literally
good.
begging.
Good confidence. Good-
No, but no, I'll probably still lose, but it would just make me happy to play him. And I'm just looking to have some fun with my bros. So that's kind of the goal for the night. Hopefully we win, but ideally just very close competitive games. Either way, whoever wins it, that's what I'm kind of looking for.
Yeah, absolutely. Good luck to you, Zangy. Whether
Thank
you're
you, guys.
Jarvan or not, we'll see if you're made a king by the end of the night.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Good luck,
Thank you,
Zangy.
guys.
Good luck.
Well, okay, nothing but confidence coming out of these two team captains. I'm so excited to get these games on started on the Rift. And
Yeah, it's going to be really great.
And with that done, I think both these teams are in the lobby and we are ready to go ahead and head into Champion Select. So hopefully that gets started momentarily.
I think Champ Select is going to be a very spicy one. Ooh, it's starting, right? I think it's up. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of picks and bans here that can happen, so I think that the potential from both sides are going to be interesting. I don't know what the strategies Zangy's team cooked up, but it can be very impactful based off just picks and bans. So we'll see what they do.
I mean, Sean, we were talking before, and it seems like everyone, including yourself, who you play in this league, people know each other here. So they know who the comfort picks are, and they might go for the jugular on the very first ban. It's in the second game. That's where I'm interested. When they see, okay, we banned that comfort pick. Let's see what we can do to ban their second comfort pick, and then we're into the diverse set of champions. That's where I'm really interested. But let's have you tell me, guide me. Where are the old grudges that are being brought out with these first set of bans?
So if, as Zangy said it himself, if they don't ban out J4 and Garen, first two, I will be shocked because that is the must needed. Those are the optimal bans, in my opinion, since Zangy has 4 million mastery points on J4 and Garen is Sam's first pick always. So those are strong. I'd also say Twitch is really strong, but I'm not sure if they're going to ban it. Oh, wait. I think bans already started. I saw MF and Garen, so maybe they're saving J4 for last, or they have a counter to J4 already preset.
Yeah, I mean, if it were me, I'll tell you what. I would ban Garen first off, but I would hold Jarvan just to make Zangy maybe think he could get Jarvan, and then I'll ban it.
Yep. I think it'll be really interesting to see because for Blaine's team, I must say that that side getting banned, I can see an Echo ban, and I actually thought MF might be a good ban, but I'm not sure. Maybe Caitlyn, some other ADCs might be banned as well. It might be a double ADC and Echo, but I can see otherwise since Pop-Tarts is a very strong ADC. Echo is Mystifer's mid lane strong pick, so you never know, but Echo can be countered, so they might take advantage of that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just taking a look. Oh, it looks like we do have a Jarvan lock-in. Are you seeing this?
Oh, I don't see it. Let me see here.
So I see it on the
Jarvan
screen.
J4 actually locked in. That is crazy.
Yeah, that's the benefit of blue side. They're stealing J4 away from Zangy. And
that
in
is
response,
insane.
we've got Akali Diana double assassin. So we've got the blood potentially coming out.
Yeah, and Diana getting picked by Zangy. That is a classic pick by Zangy, which is great. And Akali for Firefly is very strong. That's why I'm surprised. And a Darius ban? That's so interesting. Yeah, we got that Caitlyn ban off for Pop-Tarts. No ADC picked yet on the side of Blaine. So I'm very interested to see how this works out on second wave bans, since I think a lot of ADCs might disappear we'll see what Pop-Tarts gets, but I don't think it's Seraphine ADC. I'm very sure it's Seraphine support since Badger plays Seraphine support. I want to know also, who do you think would be a good counter for a Kali mid?
For
It's
Kali
Galio.
mid,
Galio.
It's definitely Galio is great here. Galio's pushing the wave and he's moving on to greener pastures. It's a Kali that might be willing to give up some waves to just go push with her jungle into the scuttle, onto the rift, or get prio on the dragon, get some vision first. But then we have look at this team comp already. It's looking pretty nice. Jarvan holding people in place. Seraphine's keeping her team alive, and Galio's coming in with that ult. Already we're seeing something that's combo full.
Yeah, I'm also very excited to see, because I think GP might be picked for top side for Blaine's team, but I'm not sure. It's interesting to see, since the Nasus ban was on Zhangyi's side. Even though Sam plays Nasus, they don't want Blaine to actually get that Nasus since it's very strong. We've seen that Nasus carry in different fights, so it's probably going to be a GP top. Oh, Yorick ban. That's so interesting. I don't know. I didn't know that Sam played Yorick. That's an interesting side. Maybe Sam's been expanding, but I can see potentially a Malphite pick here. Malphite's always strong. There's so many other picks that I can think of. Sam has such a variety, but I'm so interested to see. Maybe he's been flexing Yorick recently. It's interesting.
Yep. Zhangyi's team filling out with Assassin and Poke. We've got Akali, Diana, the two assassins, and then we've got more Poke coming from Ezreal.
Wait.
They're looking for blood.
Nyla? Do you think Nyla's viable here? This is crazy.
Nyla definitely good. She's got the lifesteal. She's got the survivability. They look like they're going for circles and zone control here.
Ooh.
So much zone control from the side of Ban Demacia. Really great CC coming out.
Yeah, I must say that Pop-Tarts playing Varus, I've actually had a game against Pop-Tarts as Varus, and I was lucky that I was winning top lane. Otherwise, I would get shredded. Like, if I was not highly ahead, I was still getting movement diffed, like, outplayed, and even though I was ahead, so any sort of lead for Pop-Tarts with Varus will be dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, and then we've got Aurora. It's the game of circles, definitely, on Ban Demacia, on blue side. Look at this team. It's circle after circle after circle.
Is it Galio top or is it Aurora top? That's the interesting part.
I would think Aurora top. Galio really would love to have free range over the entirety of the map. So we'll see. We'll see how it pans out here.
I'm interested. I want to see how their team comp works, because a lot of disengage with that Galio is very strong, and also that engage with J4 will be good for team fights. And that Aurora combo with J4 will just get people all stuck without flash. So that could be crazy.
So I do see in the chat, Zangi put, I'm not sure if this is a joke. They took J4 by mistake. It's okay. Remaking. We already got 1-0. So Zangi claiming the victory there already.
Yeah, definitely. I'm sure that Zangi definitely wanted that J4 pick. That was a smart bait from them to think that maybe Zangi has a chance at getting that J4 and just snagging it right away from him. That is a little bit of a great joke, a classic that has happened many times in CMSA, but it never gets old.
I mean, look, they build the right items with that comp, and I'm saying that's a great composition of champions there. They have everything they need to stay alive, keep the enemy pinned down, make picks. But we're going right back into ban phase and pick phase. Let's see.
Okay.
We should be seeing the exact same thing, I imagine, right?
I believe so, but they didn't pick last on Zangi's side, so we'll see what happens. Maybe it's either the same or slightly altered. I hope it's the same. That was a very spicy draft for especially Blaine's team, so I want to know how that Akali playstyle could maybe punish Varus hard, but that would be a very skilled matchup, especially with that Varus R. So I'd like to see how it works.
Yeah, I don't recall exactly the order of bans here, but I'm pretty sure it was not Pantheon first. Unless we're spelling a word now. We might be spelling a word. Yep, we are. I knew it.
Oh.
We got PE coming out. They're trying
and then the S.
Send us a message.
SI. SI.
Oh,
What will
yeah.
it be? I wonder what
Both
it will be.
sides. There's some conspiracy occurring here.
No, I think these are just normal bans. This is what they do all the time. They always ban, Sona Ivern. Classic. It's not an insinuation to anything, surely.
Yeah, dangerous.
I want to see. Oh, it's
Infuriate.
for, yeah, pen. That's what it's for.
Pen 15 Club. I was
Yep.
part of that in middle school.
Really? That's the cool club. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's insane.
Some kid took my arm and said, "Do you want to be part of a super special club?" And he wrote it down.
Mhm.
And I don't think I watched that arm for a year at least.
That's pretty rad. I'm not gonna lie. That's like, you got into the cool club. See, unlucky that I unfortunately wasn't able to get into that club. It was too restricted. You had to have like this special level of like, swag to get into the Pen 15 club. So
Yeah,
unfortunately, I didn't get into it. But
I'm surprised you even know that from outside of the club. Couldn't even
I
get
know,
in.
it's very restricted, very. But right now, wait, that is
We do see
a
Gangplank coming in. So we've got the
This
same
is-
team. We didn't see Set previously, did we? I think
Oh.
we remade before we saw these come in.
Yeah, that's interesting. So GP versus Set top lane. That's an interesting matchup. And going Ignite is very, very confident. That's a bully lane and a half. And if he goes Doran's Blade, I'm interested to see how that matchup works. Especially, I don't know if his pull can get cleansed in the instance, but I know afterwards I think it can be with GPW, right?
Certainly, there's a little bit of a slow that comes out after that. The pull from Set, the little hug he does. So you can't cleanse the act of being pulled in. That's airborne. That's displacement. Cannot be cleansed. Famously, League of Legends will not move on that. As hard as I've shaken my fist at them, but I mean, still worth it to Orange.
By the way, it's Pen 15 Club and the reverse of Pen 15 Club. That is kind of cool. I like that. Big respect for the teams joining both Pen 15 Club. They are doing some fun ones. I'm
They knew
interested to see how this
it
works.
would go.
Definitely. I'm also interested to see. I feel like bot lane's gonna be very very interesting matchup with Zyra Ezreal versus Varus Seraphine. Who do you think has an advantage there?
So it's a little odd because Ezreal Zyra is not a lane that I would want to be going into. However, it's poke versus sustain. We've got the
Okay.
Ignite from Zyra versus the double W from Seraphine. Really, I think it's about who's skinnier here. Who is going to dodge? Because both of them are going to be throwing skill shots at each other. Zyra's going to be looking for that quick attack, quick takedown of either one of these two. And, they're looking to draw the fight out with more poke.
Yep, definitely. It's the battle of the Twinks. They're gonna see who can dodge what, who can go through what. There's the Varus Q, the Ezreal Q. Always that range is annoying to deal with. With that Seraphine, like you said, that double W is pretty good sustain. Do you think there's any possible way that Seraphine not healer, actual mage based is worth going support ever?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, look at this team. We've got very little AP, or magic damage, I really should say, coming out from the side of Ban Demacia, who has quite a few Demacian champions, I might add, now that I'm looking at their team. Like, 2 is too many for Ban Demacia, in my opinion. But
True.
So, Seraphine, yeah, I mean, she's putting out damage that's real. I mean, both AP champions are doing percentage health damage, at least Seraphine with missing health damage on her Q, and Galio with his Q with the tornado that comes out. So the real danger is for tanks like Set. He might think, oh, I could just build armor this game. Unfortunately, no. Especially, coming out, going into GP and Jarvan, I wouldn't be surprised if quite a few of the champions on red side here are going to be building those plated steel caps. But of course, Feats throws a whole different mini game into the ring.
Yep. Do you think there's any team that's particularly stronger early game versus later?
Yeah, I would go with Zyra is likely a first blood generator. Diana as well. Jarvan, takes a little while to get off the ground and get his feet planted firmly on Runeterra. I mean, Galio's looking for level 6. Akali is going to be able to put out a lot more damage and a lot more prio from the mid lane before them. And in top lane, I just foresee it's a total skill matchup. It's who dodges the barrels and who gets away from Set.
See, I'm so interested to know because in the end, I thought earlier Sam would go Ignite Set, but it's actually TP, which is playing it a little bit safer, meaning that early game aggro won't be as strong, but GP does, I feel like, outscale Set, especially with the bonus gold he gets. So I'm interested to see how maybe macro comes into play with the GP ult. And Blaine does play a lot of GP. So I'm really interested to see how a team fight can change from losing to winning just off a GP ult.
Yeah. I mean, and that's part of draft, right? In a solo queue game, you're a top laner, you understand. One of those top laners is taking Ignite. Of course. You want kills. You want gold. You want to push your wave. But here in draft, I mean, obviously we understand how important it is for these teams to be together. Set needs to be CC for his bottom side of the map. The only CC without him is Diana ult and Zyra E. Or Zyra ult, the little push-up after when the daisies start pushing up. Then he needs to be there. He needs to be making sure that Galio is completely out of the fight, not CCing his team permanently.
True, and I'm also super excited to see how Galio builds, because I've seen different types of Galio builds. I've seen tank Galio, I've seen bruiser Galio, I've seen full AP Galio, and I've seen an interesting mix recently by Baus going, what is it called? I'm forgetting, the Sunfire that is MR.
The MR Sunfire is what I always call it.
Yeah.
Hollow Radiance? Is that what it's called?
Hollow Radiance, and then slightly building AP so that you can wave clear quick, and then you can also go for some damage combos. I'd like to see if that's the strat, or if it's full tank, or maybe even with Aftershock going full AP. That could be spicy.
Yeah, I mean, look what we've got here. We've got a pretty simple 5-point going on from both sides. They're just checking out, making sure no wards are being placed on any errant side of the jungle. Zyra gets that ward in the tri-bush down bot. I mean, that's pretty safe to know. Where's Jarvan? Is he going to be doing a cheeky, naughty level 2 gank or level 3 gank? Well, Zyra might know for at least the 90 seconds that ward is sitting there.
Yeah, I must...
Kissed in the bottom lane?
Yeah, I must say this is going to be very interesting to see how these matchups work, because it's, even though mid lane has 2 Doran shields, I'd like to see if it's possible for Galio or Akali to get an early pick, maybe with a gank. Going for a spicy mid gank would be impactful for either side, because if Galio gets a kill, already strong trades coming off from Akali. I'd say if Akali gets a kill, it's massive, and if Galio gets a kill, it's even stronger because he won't die. So it's very, very strong, and top already trading well.
Yeah, I mean, certainly the Galio pick is because you see there's double AP. Oh, these barrels are quite beautiful coming out from the star, putting Sour Sam on the back foot just by a little bit.
Yeah, and getting those passive autos on with that Trudem just so strong early. And they both went Doran's Blade, which is very interesting since GP can get melted, but often with Doran's Shield you can heal a lot. So this could be an early kill. If either one of them went Ignite, obviously it's harder to do against GP since his cleanse, but I would have said this might have been an early kill.
Heck yeah, we've seen poke coming out from every lane besides the junglers, who it looks like Jarvan's doing a little bit of an invade here. He went straight for the Diana's blue side. Here we have it. Oh, maybe looking for this gank here. Let's keep our eyes on it. And the GEQ comes out, and Seraphine takes the first blood, putting Ezreal on
massive.
The back foot completely.
Huge plays. That is so impactful. Yeah, that's insane. Especially that, getting a pick off bot lane, it's a very poke lane, so getting an advantage with that, and if people can bully with that poke. Oh, what a barrel. Almost a kill on Sam. Sam does need a back. GP getting a little bit of an early lead on, and almost getting a kill on the set. That is crazy. Goes for a flash Q and just survives. This could be a kill. They're both 1 HP. Either one can go down here, but there's healing now. Mystifer going in on Zangy.
And Akali coming in with the perfectly aiming that EQ onto get the double kill on Galio and Jarvan.
That is huge.
We've got Zangi's team saying, this is our jungle, actually. You don't get to do this anymore.
Not only that, but while that was happening, Set died top, so even though that is a double for Akali, which is massive, I must say bot lane is still getting slight advantage with that Seraphine kill and GP getting a top kill. So even though that's double on Akali, it's not over. There's so much potential for two different lanes to take advantage.
And if you'll notice something with the first items that we've had our teams buy here, 4 minutes, we've got 3 tiers. These teams want to see this game go 10 times the length it currently is. We want full build with tiers. It's going to be a farm festival, and it's going to be it looks like a long game is the desire of Blue Side here.
Yeah, also, by the way, Akali going pick and longsword? That's kind of crazy. AD Akali is a thing that you can do. Her abilities do scale off of AD, but it's a little bit off meta to even think about that stuff. So having that in mind, it could be a very spicy playstyle. I haven't seen AD Akali for a while. Have you seen any matchups of that?
No, definitely not recently, but when you have a big of a lead as that double kill with double buffs grants Firefly there, I mean, there's nothing you wouldn't want to do. Here we see Diana looking for a cute little gank here, but was spotted out by the star. Seems like Diana knew, Zangy knew, there's a ward there.
This might be big because there's no vision on Salad. Salad going in through the out of vision bush and potentially ganking Sam. Sam did use W, but his W is up soon. Yeah, I was waiting in bush to see if Sam would overcommit, but obviously Blaine's up a level, so I'd like to say that he's probably not going to go for anything. This is just a safe back. Both junglers trying to help out top lane, and I think that bot lane right now is a little bit passive, but with that little lead, I think that they're taking advantage of it a little bit. Even though Ezreal is a bit more CS, they still are almost even.
Yeah, we've got backs done by every member of each team, and it looks like it's 6 minutes. That means it's time for potentially the handshake or the very first objective fight. As Diana is the first one, Zangi's the first one to make it to the dragon. We saw previously Salad ping the dragon, so it looks like we're going to have our very first fight. Let's see.
This is going to be massive, especially this fight. I think there's bot prio for Salad side. We'll see. Akali's there, so Akali does have a lead. This might be the first team fight. Does Salad go for it, or do they back off? Do they give objective? Because this could be massive since they're not on grubs. It might be just a one-sided, and they could even contest. No, Zangy doesn't even go for it. They're playing it extra safe.
Yeah, as bloodthirsty as both teams seemed in the beginning, a 4v4 is out of the question for both of them when they're so close to level 6 on both sides of the jungle.
Yeah, definitely. I must say, it is tough to go against an Akali that is ahead, but Mystifer's playing really well, going for team fights, and bot lane going for strong trades. It's going to be interesting to see do you think Varus here builds poke or attack speed? What do you think?
Oh, poke. I would think for sure. We've got comment on that Varus. Here we see the delayed handshake. Diana's now back on the dragon, even though blue side bot lane has prio here. Zangy looks like he's gonna sneak it, while Jarvan and the star, not Salad and the star, take the grubs with a little bit of help from Mystifer, making sure that no one's coming in for any disruptions.
Yeah, definitely, and this is strong. I'd like to know your thoughts on this, since obviously you're a high elo player. Do you think it's better to go for one dragon, or two dragons, or two grubs in objectives?
It really depends on what type of team you have here. This dragon in particular, Cloud Drake, probably the second, if not the best dragon to get for the raw stats. Movement speed is very important in League of Legends, especially for assassin and poke teams. You want to be able to get in, use your abilities, and then leave. So we're making sure as soon as possible that you make it to these objectives first, because that's what picks are for. Of course, on the blue side here, we got Grubs. This is a long form, long fight, send someone pushing in a side wave type of team. Looks like both teams got what they wanted, and we'll see what they can do with those advantages.
See, I've been told that it's actually worthwhile getting 2 dragons, since the potential is to delay the game, to ensure that you can play out the game as long as you want, even if you're behind, or you can take advantage to kind of get momentum. But I'd like to say that Grubs sometimes is super, super strong, since if you get 6 Grubs, it can be extremely impactful late game, because if you win a team fight, you can potentially even end with 6 Grubs. So it's very tough to decide. I feel like you said it perfectly. It depends on the team comp. Big fight going on between Galio and Akali. Mistfor going in for the engage. Firefly still goes in, dodges with ult. That is insane movement by
narrow
Firefly.
dodge there. Very nice.
Yeah, that was great. That was almost a crazy engage also by Salad. That J4 entry could have been a big pick. It was very close.
So it looks like the bot lane pretty even in gold, besides that 1 kill on Seraphine. And mid lane, it looks pretty favored in Firefly's favor now that we're headed into the 10th minute of the game. And then look at top lane, pretty even besides that 1 kill. Of course, Gangplank's getting extra gold. Looks like Salad wants this blue buff really badly from Zangy. He's willing
Goes
to
in for
smite it, and
smite.
he takes it. Galio coming in
What
with
an
the ult.
engage.
Oh, gets the taunt off, which might be exactly what they need to get this last bit of damage. And successfully claims the feat of warfare for Ban Demacia.
That is huge, especially as you saw that GP ult was map aware, and with Seraphine ulti, those combos were really strong since it guaranteed to get that feats of warfare, which is huge. And Akali getting out just in time, getting chased by 3 people. Firefly just gets out, dodges the Galio,
Wow.
and makes it safely. That's insane.
See, this is the type of punishing you want to do on assassins. They need their items to make sure that they can start making picks. Zangy just completely shut out of his own jungle here, as the entirety of this team is ready to say, we're actually a wall of defense.
Yeah, that's huge, especially, I think that Zangy told me this last week. He said that out of everything, he takes plays and makes sure that even if his team is, let's say, dying in lane or getting some sort of disadvantage, he tries to take advantage of that and go to farm and take advantage of just farming. That was a great engage.
Yes,
Wow.
Amazing. Perfect gank on someone who's pushed up into the turret. A really great opportunity Zangy took there to take advantage of getting shut out of his jungle, but then, he has the free time to gank after that. At least you should know, hey, he's nowhere to be and nothing to do besides to kill me.
True, and it's very proactive. It's understanding, hey, sometimes it's really annoying to get, your camp stolen, especially when you're trying to farm as Diana. But, let's just keep that out of mind. Let's keep going. Let's go for the win and play for the team and just get a good gank off for top lane. It's very smart, very strong.
There are always other ways to make gold.
Yep, true. Keep the mindset, and honestly, the gold is so close. It's only a 200 lead for Blaine's team right now. It's such a close match that one team fight is just completely veering it towards a different team's advantage. It's very interesting. This might be a team fight here.
Yeah, you
going
see
for these
Zangy
grubs.
and Sassy Tramps make it to the grubs first, and let's see what effect that has. We've got Zone of Control coming out from the support and Set there saying, you don't want to walk over here, you're going to get CC'd to death. First grub goes to Zangy's team here. And that's enough.
They might just
That's enough
take
to
it.
get rid
Yeah.
of the defeat.
That's huge. But I must say, I was going to say that I think Blaine's team have a slight advantage with that poke that GP did on that Akali was really strong. Blaine taking advantage of his barrel placement and really zoning the fed Firefly off, which is very strong to get them those 2 grubs.
Yeah, the danger here is that Zangy's team understands that we've got, from Ban Demacia, a crazy team fight as Jarvan is inside the enemy jungle here. Oh, Salad looking for
Big
a great
ults.
ult. Wow. Perfect double wombo combo with GP ult on top of that onto Zangy there.
That was huge. I've got to say that the coordination between Blaine's team is impeccable. Like, understanding to go for a J4 ult, then a Galio ult, then a GP ult, and then sometimes even a Seraphine. That's insane by all players in that team. They're just, getting that training in, getting used to comboing together, and making sure that the team plays are more important than the laning phase.
Yeah, this is a comp that you could tell they thought about. Like I said before with the circles, we see them take the dragon here easily because they just pushed everyone back to their base. They took the opportunity here. Oh, it looks like Star is in a little bit of danger from Akali, potentially wanting to go in to get a quick kill and run out. Akali is definitely dangerous with that Eclipse.
Ooh, is this a bait?
The backs.
Wow, delay. That's super strong for top lane, especially. There's no... Oh, is there any TP? I think GP does have TP if needed.
Yes.
So they might be able to get back in time, but that's forcing TP. And that's giving Set a big advantage, since if Set wants to go for team fights... Oh, wait. Firefly's in. Going in on Blaine. Gets her ulti off. Goes in for the kill.
And the final one comes out. There we go. I mean, that's a great example of what it means when you're bullying someone in the pit. I mean, great job by Lick and Stick and Firefly to just really take advantage of that positioning there. No movement ability on Gangplank, and he's stuck inside the pit.
Yeah, and I must say that out of all champs, I think Set, even though he is a melee champ, his wave clear is very strong with his abilities. So he is punishing GP even harder, since he got tower off very quickly and he cleared wave. He has so much momentum just off getting that tower and pushing waves that even if he's around the same CS, it's giving him a lot of potential to even go bot lane and take advantage of his TP and go for some team fights and TP back in time to just get the full wave. So this is a very smart play by Sam to manage that wave.
Yeah, it's just one grub, but one grub is often enough. You deny feats, you take the turret, that's even more. You've denied feats once again. And so now it's up to the last metric here, which is objectives feats.
Yeah, and as you said, I think Pop-Tarts is going for a lethality build, and as you saw just before, Zyra gets chunked hard by 1 Q. That takes around like 35% of her HP just off 1 Q, so getting a big combo on Zyra or Ezreal could be huge. Just an ulti combo might be enough to kill.
Yeah, I mean, that's the danger. You're going double poke in a lane, you're gonna get this pry out. Oh, look at this, we got Diana E-ult. Jarvan responding with an... Oh, that Varus ult connecting is just enough to put them running back to their base as Zangi is looking for the safety of his turret. Oh, and he just gets destroyed by Varus.
And Pop-Tarts getting that kill, that's massive. Might be 2, what a prediction!
Wow.
Oh my god, he predicted the flash. That's insane, but does J4 die? Wow, that's so close. That was very insane. The whole team fight there also... Big up to Blaine actually ulting from top lane, being aware of that team fight ongoing and getting that GP ult in there to help the fight. That's very tough to do as a top laner. Being aware of other lanes while laning is very tough, and it's been consistent throughout the whole game.
It's not welcome to my island. It's my island is everything. This entire space is my island.
Very accurate.
More of the one grub takedown of these turrets. Got Lick and Stick providing a little bit of more poke on top of the turret just to make sure he doesn't get that movement speed after landing.
And it's so interesting. It's Akali with Eclipse. That's such an interesting combo. Those 3 ability combos will give percentage HP damage, which could be impactful on this J4. And also, think about it, Seraphine usually goes a lot of HP items. It's Rylai's and also going support items give HP, so I think Eclipse actually works really well, and especially that Galio thought to go for Hollow Radiance, it actually counters Galio in general going that AD, which is so smart.
Yeah, making sure that you are not... Oh, here we have Diana, another R coming out. Great R from Ezreal connecting, but it looks like there's so much damage coming out. Set going in for Varus to get that double buff transfer. Gotta shut down that ult on Seraphine to the background. And it looks like Blue Badger is just about to fall down. Galio ult coming in, turning the tide for Salad's team.
Wow,
Sec
what
goes
a
down
play.
once more. Galio being able to survive, running away while Jarvan takes down Ezreal, and now it's just Akali and Diana for red team.
That is crazy. That was such a long fight for just a 1-kill advantage. It was legit a 30-second fight of just ongoing trade to trade to trade with ult to ult to ult. It was such an interesting engage by both sides. I felt like not only that, but Sam took advantage of the 1 HP Varus to try to flash and kill and then take that Seraphine ulti in behind to get the W hit. That was a very interesting playstyle since it is committing hard, but taking advantage of it and changing the way that the fight went, which was really interesting.
Yeah, we've got assassin mentalities definitely coming out from Van Demacia here.
True. And I think it's going to be interesting to see, because if they get this dragon, it does give them a little bit of tempo. Does it give them the full... Yeah, this might be feats right here. It is.
There it is. Oh, and
And
then we
big
see the
fight,
ult
big
coming
charm.
out. Amazing CC layered from Van Demacia here. Oh, Diana gets onto Varus, but is it enough? No, Diana's
1
out.
HP.
Zyra gets the kill. Akali coming in for the cleanup potentially. Oh,
The
now
ulti to
he's
dodge.
waiting to CC.
Oh, they're back
Going
in.
back in.
Akali's back in.
Wow. Big gold transfer from both teams onto each other as Ezreal's looking to clean up and make sure that no one survives. Dr. Fox going in for the cleanup, saying, "This is my jungle. You have to leave." Like in seconds in support coming from behind. As you know, the team that's meant to team fight loses that team fight.
Yeah, I've got to say, every single fight I see, I always see the GP ult and the J4 ult being impactful. It's always those to engage, and then the follow-up damage from the rest of the team. That is crazy. But then after that crazy engage, Zhang's team goes in and just finds a way to, sneak around and get damage in from different points, take the elongated fight, and take advantage of it, which is kind of crazy. Every fight has not been really one-sided. It's been kind of either way, and it always feels like either side can win. It's it's around a 1k gold lead, so even if you win that fight, it doesn't really mean the game's over. It's not really one-sided.
Yeah, it is about who gets the combo off successfully here as the assassins are throwing themselves into the tanks. We see Sam pushing them off of the
big ult
Herald there.
Ooh, this might be a kill.
Jump on Seraphine and make sure she is out of the fight as Zangi's team secures at least the vision with the Rift Scuttle here and some vision on the banana bush there.
Yeah, I also think GP can do heavy poke now. Going probably Collector after this, so going to be doing heavy damage. I know GP scales very hard and does, especially I think to Zangi's team that is mostly squishy, GP ulti in team fights endgame might be pivotal, since that just might take away kills and give him an even bigger lead to, snowball with.
Yeah, we're seeing blood-earned lessons learned from Zangi's team here as, they are goon squatting it out for this last objective here. They understand that it's the team fight from blue side, from Van Demacia, that has been winning them the game here. And they're looking to say, all right, well, it's team fight o'clock, then it's team fight o'clock.
Yeah, definitely. I also am super interested. Oh, what an engage by J4 going in for the ulti and the Galio to follow up.
Oh my god,
going
amazing. About 5 seconds of
Ezreal.
layered CC there to kill Ezreal.
Yeah,
and
wow, the Zyra also going down. That's huge. Oh, another engage by Mystifer with the ulti from Pop-Tarts, getting the set right out of range with the J4 EQ in, maybe even getting Zangy. No, but that is insane. 3 picks for 1. What a play by the full team. Blaine's team was insane with that Galio engage, J4 engage, Demacia all in, then the Varus ult. It was all just perfect combos.
Yeah, and we can see, look where the wards are on both sides of the river here on mid lane and in the surrounding areas. J4 Salad has full control of that immediate area surrounding the mid lane. we're seeing an amazing level of understanding of I can travel a certain amount of distance in a certain amount of time. They cannot. If they don't see me coming, we're getting a kill because we have the Seraphine ult, we have the Galio ult, as you said, and we're gonna layer them perfectly. As long as one connects, they're all connecting.
Yeah, you said it perfectly. I must say it's so interesting to see how these teams have taken another layer of League and going for those combos and training those combos to synchronize well for this show match. It means that they've been putting in the extra effort to really show us that, hey, you know, we're technically not the highest league, but we're performing just like it. We're doing the best combos, we're playing as a team, we're taking advantage of our champs and playing it well. Ooh, Star here, going for the TP. Does he get it off?
Oh, disconnected by that set E.
That is
Galleon
huge.
to push the wave, requiring 3 people to join so that his team can go take the Rift Herald. But let's see if Akali doesn't stop them.
The only thing I'd say is this is kind of like a Baus play. This is, oh, what an ulti by Varus, almost catching Akali off, and a Q. Akali's 1 HP. That was insane snipes. But what I was going to say about the play earlier was GP did get bot tower, which is worth a lot of gold. So dying for that might have been worth it, because not only did he get the tower, but he also got his team an objective, which is pretty good momentum. Oh, and there's a big fight happening.
Amazing. Amazing catch from, it looks like Jarvan and Seraphine there, from Salad and Blue Badger onto Lick and Stick. Coming to secure the dragon, but seemingly going a way that was less protected and more advantageous to take advantage of by Ban Demacia here.
Yeah, and now we see that rift that they got off of, you know, peeling off 3 or 4 people to bot lane caused them to also get mid tower on top of bot tower. So in the end, they traded 1 GP for 2 towers and drag, which is pretty worthwhile. That is a very strong momentum base for scaling team like GP, like Varus late game pops a lot of their champs. It's going to be very interesting to see how late game one Varus combo might be able to one-shot the ADC.
Oh, we see another collapse going on to the Star here. And it's not enough to take one with him as he goes, but he does take the turret. He's opening up pieces of the map, and it's not even for too much gold at a trade, but it does open up Zangi's team to take this ruinous Otacon. Amazing for them, given that they have 2 dragons, but we might be looking at a 4v5 situation here. Otacon does remove the resistances of those that it hits, and so Lick and Stick taking a lot of damage from Varus Q there. We're going to see it's going to come down to the wire as they're going for a 50-50.
What an engage!
Onto Lick and Stick, onto Zyra, while there's a back happening, and it looks like the Otacon is down to 10.
It's a flip!
Wow. And Zangi secures the ruinous Otacon, but let's see who ends up getting all of these roses left on the ground, as it looks like blue team is cleaning up completely.
Wow,
so
that's crazy. I'm also...
I mean, it's 2 sides of Otacon, right? So you've got Otacon taken by Zangi's team, Zangi and the Tramps, and they're getting that 25% epic. Oh, the Q out of the Star, just beautiful into Akali's face there. So 25%
with that collector on top of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then you've got all of the corpse, the XP and adaptive force from the corpse roses. Oh, the Fox being chased down.
Yeah, it gets the flash off the Ezreal. That's huge, since, you know, often it's hard to engage with J4 and GP ult and Galio ult on Ezreal. So if they catch Ezreal using his E and they all in him, that is a guaranteed kill. So that is huge for the next team fight, which could come in a minute. So that's flash off. On top of that, I was going to try to address this because this is very interesting. Akali went Leandries and Eclipse, so both tank shredders. But do you think that'll work out in this against this comp?
Yeah, I think hybrid is the move here. I mean, it's not itemizable. Oh my gosh, Zangi being ambushed in his own jungle by those who knew where he was in that moment. Wow, amazing.
That is
PC
crazy.
layer.
Yeah, they just...
and then
another crazy engage going in by J4, going on Fox, knowing that he has no flash, going in, but gets the E off again, and he is taken down. Now, Blaine's team performing really well with the synergy. Phase checking Zangy and then going in for that mid-engage, really taking advantage of their lead and pushing it for an end. They're going for that Baron to try to solidify what they have, and then they will have a massive lead. They're already up 6k, and they're performing it.
Yeah, it looks like Sour Sam is going for a little bit of vision on this Baron, try to understand what's going on, but it's too late. They've secured too much pressure here, and what we're seeing is really the effect of draft here, as we've got slows, CC, movement across the map, naturally baked into the kits of the side of Bandamasia. And we see on Zangi's side, it's just, we've got the assassination, we've got the raw damage. When we are in position, we're doing well, but it's about getting in position, which Bandamasia has set themselves up for with draft.
Yeah, definitely. I think on top of that, something I think that there's a lot of potential with some plays, even though I think Zangi's team is a bit behind. There's with set ulti on Galio, that could be very impactful for the fight. Even a J4 into the backline could be detrimental for Blaine's team since they're so squishy. So even though Zangi's team is behind, this is still not over. One set ult into slow, into grab, into W could actually shred the whole entire team. So I'd like to see how that goes.
It's true. It's 7.5 about, or 7.6k difference happening here. It's not that big of a difference. It looks big, 25 to 15, but the objectives are very similar. The turrets aren't that far apart. Even as GP is forcing Set to follow him and stay with him on this side of the map, we've got fights happening around the map that aren't one-sided.
Ooh, what a dodge by Kali, getting out of the J4 ult and also the Seraphine ult. Almost an insane engage by Salad and also Badger. They're playing really smart for those team combos. Like you said earlier, those CC combos are performing. And Galio going in for another engage with J4. All that combo, again, CC getting these team fights always towards their side.
To return to the Dragon. Zangi's team not giving up so easily, saying, you will not get an easy dragon out of us. We're forcing you to fight smartly. But now they're at Soul Point.
Yeah, definitely.
This is a very dangerous spot.
Yeah, I can see how a lot of these plays have been really strong, and even though they are a bit behind, I feel like the interesting play style is that Firefly's taking his time to know when the right moments are to go in, and also dodging the right situations. Like, there have been so many engages on Akali that Akali just slips through like an assassin, and it's so interesting to see how they take advantage of it. And even with the invades, Zangi's still going in for great engages with ulti, and Fox going in for those big ults on Ezreal. It's interesting to see how they're still taking advantage of their abilities and their ults to really sneak around and get some good damage in.
Yeah, it's like you said, they're down, but they are not out just yet. Especially as we get closer to the Elder Dragon, that is going to be a scary time. Ooh, we got Firefly doing a bit of a combo on the Star, and the Star is looking with his barrels.
What a dodge.
Oh, wow.
Oof.
What a strong Q coming out. That is Triforce. That was likely a crit Q coming out of the Infinity Edge with the amount of damage that did.
Yeah, that was insane, I must say. Ooh, might be another fight. What an engage by Varus with ulti. Gets out, but gets good poke in. And the engage.
Flash. Stuck inside as the Galio R comes back down. The taunt onto these two flashes. Oh, the Seraphine R comes out. Not enough to catch Ezreal, but definitely enough to zone Lick and Stick into everyone's abilities.
But that engage by Varus is so interesting since, you know, it's very hard as an ADC to really start the fight out of everything, especially you can get really punished. And that was a great start, and everyone took advantage of it really well with the team. Ooh, what a big W off Sam. Gets right out. Oh, wow. Just gets sniped by Salad with that flash Q.
It looks like they're breaking the inhibitor here. They've still got 10 to 15 seconds on two of their upcomings. Oh, Blue Badger almost being left behind. Firefly taking Badger.
Wow. What a play. That's such a interesting play to take advantage. Even though they did just get a whole team fight win, they still said, no, it's not over. We want to take you at your low. We don't want to let you back. We don't want to let you spend that money. We're going to take you and take you down. So they got to pick off Blue Badger and keep themselves in the game for a little bit longer.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, part of the danger with inhibitors is that those super minions, they give more gold every wave. They give more XP every wave. So we might see a little bit of an XP advantage start to come out the longer this game goes without an inhibitor being equalized on the opposite side. The clock is ticking for blue side. Because the lead, you know, it's only going to get narrower and narrower unless they stick the knife in.
Yeah, and as you look at GP's items right now, he's almost full build. He's one item off, doing a lot of damage. But the engage off Zangy with Sam there, getting that big W. Their 1 HP does Zangy dies just off that collector proc. That is insane by both sides. That is a big pick.
Oh, Firefly being caught at his own red buff. Salad pushing him out. Not a lot of vision secured here, but then again, not a lot of vision gained on the side that really needs it because their turrets are missing from protecting this jungle.
Yeah, it's very tough. I feel like it's always, whenever you're on the losing side and people gain vision in your jungle, it feels like you can almost not push up or do much within the game. So getting any sort of vision on where they are during that time, which they have now, is super strong, super impactful. So, but they did give away, they have that.
Lick and Stick doing pretty well to use their abilities as the support. It's your job to get vision and secure it where you can. Zyroplans do give vision, smartly not putting himself into the line of danger, line of fire for vision here. Yeah,
I must say that getting that ward on that bush right into their jungle actually made sure that they could push up a little bit and get that wave clear for Ezreal to farm, and especially that mid wave, like you said earlier, is giving them a lot of gold. Ooh, they're just out of vision. They just get out. Yeah, but it's giving them a lot of gold, which is very helpful to help them come back, especially Ezreal farming a lot. He probably will catch up, but what an engage by Zangy.
Side coming to the rescue of Galio. It's typically the opposite, but Galio's now the CC. As Sour Sam is in the backline, Galio goes down to set, as it looks like it's a complete rout. Firefly looking for the end of Pop-Tarts. Potentially finding the star.
Blaine's side is low. This is actually very winnable for Zangy's team. Even though they are behind, they are doing so much damage. And they are peeling so hard that actually, I think Zangy's team won that fight. Which is crazy to say because they are 8k down and still doing that damage and that impact.
Yeah, so there's something really important that happened there. The inhibitor minions would give you the air that you have safety. Oh, Blue Badger looking at Zangy here, trying to layer the CC in his own jungle, and the Q comes out from Seraphine doing percentage health damage, and Salad takes the kill on Zangy, pushing them even further back as the Baron is now up once more. It looks as though Blue's side is gravitating towards that Baron, waiting for Galio to come up. Galio has ult again, and it looks like it's going to be a pretty secure Baron as Red side is drifting towards bot lane to protect their set.
Yeah, but they do have vision from Lick and Stick, which is huge, telling them they're doing it, so they know to prepare for that Baron by pushing waves. Oh! What steal by Ezreal!
Steal.
Oh my god, Ezreal, Dr. Fox, the massive steal to change the game. That is such a steal, especially they're down so much gold and they have so much momentum with those inhib down and no mid turrets gone. That is a game changer.
Yeah, with Baron now waiting for that dragon to respawn for the soul point. Each team have 1 dragon plus 2 mountain drakes, so it's looking like a really great turn for Zangy's team here.
Yeah, this, like we said, they won the last team fight. Oh, what an engage by J4. Going in, all in on Lick and Stick. That ulti does give peel, but not enough.
Yeah, once again, I mean, we can see the lack of vision being taken advantage of by Salad here. Salad is saying, look, I know exactly where they can see me and where they can't. And they cannot see me. I'm killing someone, at the very least.
Ooh,
Sour Sam running for his life here away.
Yeah, but he just makes it out because the EQ just goes slightly off. What a dodge from the Seraphine ult. Almost kills Pop-Tarts. Goes for Seraphine. Just gets out. Wow, and he does get the pick off Badger. That is insane by Firefly. Zangy's team is showing you that 8k lead doesn't matter. We're at 37 minutes. No matter what, we can win.
Yeah, and it's back down to 4K. Here we have it. They are pushing with this Baron and getting using their one grub again. Oh, Akali going deep onto this Galio.
Yeah, this might be a bit tough, but Sam's there. And Galio just dodges every ability and goes for another engage on Sam. Sam gets that massive W. Galio's 1 HP, but Galio flashes!
The flash.
What is that by Mystifer? The dodges of abilities into the 1 HP flash. That is crazy. And right now, Blaine is 1 HP, trying to get away from Zangy. If he does get caught out, that is another massive pick. There's been so many picks to picks. Every single time gets that flash. Ooh,
oh, that's
does
slow
he get
from
out?
the Gangplank barrel. Just giving enough room for Blaine.
Is this a
As
counter?
Salad comes to the rescue. Let's see. It's the 1v1 of the century. It's jungle on jungle action in the top lane. Shield on shield.
Oh my god.
Pop-Tarts comes in for the percentage health damage, destroying
Big.
Zangy's hopes of a 1v1.
Wait, the double root by... Oh my god, the double charm by Badger. Huge engage. Wait, does Firefly get out? Oh my god, the ulti into the E out. Does he have W? Does he get out? Oh my god, he's 1 HP!
What a skinny
Is he out?
on Firefly's part.
God. These are faker level plays by Firefly getting out. Is he gonna play Vision? No, he's getting caught.
Oh my
gets
god.
W off. Wait! No!
Oh my god,
Oh.
I'm rising out of my seat.
That was crazy Akali movement, and Pop-Tarts might be getting caught out, but this might be a team fight since Salad is trying to get back in there, and that GP ult is massive. Wait, does Galio go in and get this engage? Oh my god, massive W! And that E to catch them all out with the smite to slow. Sour Sam doing so much damage, but it's not enough. It's so close. What an engage by Mystifer. That was crazy.
Almost a full ace coming out on the side of blue team here, opening up a lot of time. About 20 seconds until the first person comes up besides Zangy. It looks like they're gonna go for the end here. They're pushing.
It is a bit close. Maybe Zangy can ult. Oh, what an ulti by Zangy, but does he get shredded?
Zangy goes down before anyone on blue team goes down. This looks like the end of game 1 here.
Wow.
Van Demacia, the circle team of circles, are our first victors.
What a game. That was
amazing.
insane. Yeah, so many great players, so many great plays by both sides. It was insane.
Yeah, I mean, you tell me. That game was amazing in terms of the versatility. Let's talk about Van Demacia since they were the victors. Obviously, so much team coordination. And all around Salad being in the right place at the right time and knowing when and where to be out of vision. You might think he was Shaco instead of J4.
Definitely, I think you're right with that. I also think that, a lot of times, some of the plays were really interesting to see from Mystifer's perspective at the end, especially when he was getting engages and also dodging abilities left and right, trying to survive as a tanky Galio, but also AP, and then getting crazy plays with his ults all game. And on top of that, that GP ult combo with that, it's just like so many of the players and their coordination has been crazy. I think the whole team played so well on both sides. Their coordination is excellent. It's so interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I would be interested in talking to anyone from that victorious team, Van Demacia, for their 1-0 in the series. We're here at the CMSA Ruby Invitational. I'd be happy to talk to Mystifer, Salad, some real MVPs on that side of the team for game 1.
All right, well, I'm rejoining you, and I can absolutely make that happen. And while I do, let me talk about what I saw in that game. What an exciting game 1. I mean, for me, watching it, all the ults eventually came online, and once it did, you finally saw kind of Van Demacia start to pull ahead. There was like a rapid series of plays that culminated in a dragon that they just were able to just string along. And then from then on, it looked like they were going to be able to ride it out without question, but oh my goodness. Zangy and the Sassy Tramps had other plans, making it interesting, but ultimately then putting it in just to conclusion was that incredible 4-man taunt at the end there from Galio. What a game.
Absolutely.
that
A
was
game
crazy.
of chases.
Yeah, and team fights were so interesting. They weren't only fast team fights. A lot of times in games, people have very fast team fights that one team just shreds the other. Every single team fight was at least 15 to 20 seconds of one side winning, then the next side winning, going back and forth endlessly until one side slightly takes it. But it was never a full sweep until the end.
And one force in so many of those fights that was just either initiating or coming in that you guys want to talk to was Salad Avenger. Let's go ahead and bring Salad Avenger in for an interview. Hello, Salad Avenger. You're here live on the stream. Welcome to the broadcast. And we want to know, first off, how are you feeling after that incredible win in game number 1?
Good, yeah. I mean, our comp really worked out. Just, yeah, it was a good game. I feel like everyone was really on the same page. And, yeah, great teammates to back up all the plays that we were calling out. It was awesome.
That's amazing. Congratulations on the first win of the night. Hopefully, maybe we'll see at least one more. Maybe from your side.
Clean.
So, I mean, was that draft practiced on your side? It looks like you were. I mean, as Jarvan, you're kind of the lead engage in that comp with Galio as follow up. Is that something your team has been practicing?
We have done no practice, but before the game, we were talking about like if we get first pick, we want to just grab Jarvan from them so we can save a ban. And then Mistifer talked about playing Galio, which is just good into all of Firefly's champ pool. And Jarvan Galio, obviously, great combo. GP on top of it was we didn't plan for that, but it worked out great. So yeah, the combo just kind of came together really well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. I was going to say that, you guys seem like professional players just comboing every single time those ultis. It seemed like, if you didn't tell us, we would have just thought you guys have been practicing every day. Do you guys have any other maybe potential ideas for, you don't have to say them, but, do you have other combo ideas that in mind for maybe next draft?
No. It was just
That's fine. That's fine.
And then see where it goes from there.
It's raw, hot energy that took you to the finish line in this one, and that's what you're hoping to replicate in the next game, what I'm hearing.
Yeah, just the aura, the hot aura. Legit. You guys played amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. I think everyone
in your next games.
Appreciate it.
All right, thank you, Salad, for joining us. I'm so excited to get out on game number for the second game of this series. While that game was happening, I wanted to pull up a little stat. I was looking at the stats, and one of the things I saw was this invitational is particularly interesting because there's actually not a whole lot of head-to-head matches between the players on these two teams. Like Firefly, Lippenstick, Zangy, Sour Sam, they don't really have a lot of games against Blue Badger, Pop Tarts, and Salad Avenger in particular. So there's a lot of kind of both sides trying to figure one another out as we go into game number 2. Certainly now they're going to know what one another's all about.
Definitely. I also I'd like to add that Lick and Stick sometimes even plays mid, so that might actually throw off Blue Badger not being used to the Morgana Lick and Stick has. So you never know. Could be interesting playstyle from Lick and Stick next game. I'm excited.
Yeah, I love in draft when there's a flex opportunity. There's obviously a few champions that can do it, like Zyra going mid, Poppy going support or top or jungle. I mean, I'm hoping to see a little bit of that. I want to be surprised. It's like you watch a movie and you don't want to know the ending when you start it. I'm hoping for a little bit of retribution from Zangy's side now that they have blue.
Yeah, I'm hoping to see maybe, is there a world where Zangy gets J4? Is there a universe? If not, I'm interested. I've seen him play other champs, not just Diana. I've seen him play Shyvana. I've seen him play other junglers, and his Shyvana is pretty interesting. I think Shyvana jungle is pretty, unique playstyle that not everyone's used to. So that might be a spicy pick to go for. I'd like to see if maybe also we get some interesting mid laners. If we do get Mistifer's Echo, that could be a crazy matchup of assassin versus assassin, Akali versus Echo. Who do you think has like a slight advantage in that matchup? I'm not sure if Akali or Echo does.
I mean, in my humble opinion, I see what works in this game, in the past one that we just saw. I hate to keep saying the word circle, but Echo's team AoE CC, that's too powerful. And being able to just evade anything with his R, it's just, you need full lockdown to take down Echo. And I mean, we'll see if Zangy is willing to put that out there.
Yeah, but I'd like to say, even though Akali doesn't have that, circle playstyle, Akali was dodging left and right. Firefly was getting out of those engages, so I'd like to see how that matchup works, because if Echo goes for that engage, Akali could shadow and then maybe even get out, but it would just be mechanical play after mechanical play after mechanical play.
Yeah, I think we saw in the evolution of that game more team fights closer to the end, similar to what Ban Demacia was putting out, maybe from even minute like 7. So we saw both teams come to the plate with full team fights. Let's see what they do. Maybe early grubs, full-on contacts, blood sports early in this next game?
Could be, but there were a lot of spicy fights early. Getting that J4 pick early on bot lane was pretty impactful,
Yes.
and gave them a lot of momentum. So I want to see if maybe, Zangy takes that in mind, especially that J4 invaded his jungle when he pathed from top to bot. I think that keeping that in mind for the next game is really important, since a lot of times Zangy likes to go for clears. I think he could potentially go for invades or, different proactive plays during the moment instead, like he did in that previous game. He saw they're in his jungle. He's like, you know what? I see top is pushed up. Let's engage on him, get a pick off, and give Sam a lead. So I want to see more of that. That was really proactive plays, very interesting. I feel like that team is ready. And if the next game is anything close to the first game, I'm excited, since that Ezreal steal, those team fights, like everything was insane.
Yeah, beautiful stuff. As we're getting into the ban and pick phase here.
I know I loved near the end of that game so much, like life and fight came out of Zangy and the Sassy Tramps. I hope they bring that kind of energy into the start of game number 2, because it's going to be good if they can channel that. I will
100%
myself out once again. You guys take over on the pick bans. Good luck. I'll see you on the flip side of game number 2.
All right, thank you, Sam.
Thank you. Okay, so the Garen ban, of course, MF ban, GP ban, and Caitlyn ban. That's so interesting, because I feel like it's such an interesting GP ban. I guess they were worried about those GP ults that were impacting every team fight. That is impactful, and he did win early. So we'll see who else gets banned. I think, Galio ban. That is pretty strong, since that does counter a lot of Firefly's champs, like it was said earlier. And the J4 gone. Unfortunate. Let's see who Zangy picks.
But we are seeing quite a bit of change from the first game to the second. And maybe we'll see some comfort picks that we didn't see before, like Echo, like you were saying. I'm kind of hoping there's Nas is coming out for Sour Sam.
That's huge. I actually personally have gone against Sour Sam Nasus, and I was playing Gragas. I must say, if you do not get anti-heal early against Sam's Nasus, he just dominates. I personally won 2 games in a row, and then I went against Sour Sam's Nasus, and he beat me. He stomped me in lane. He was doing really well. Even though I was poking him, even though I was trying to zone him off wave, he, with Revitalize and Second Wind, Nasus, just perma-healing off Doran's shield, you can't do any damage to him as much as you try. So I'd like to see what is picked against it. Already a Seraphine pick like last game.
Yeah,
Let's
absolutely.
see if the Nunu is picked. What a pick.
We've
That
already
is
got
spicy.
a good amount of CC coming out of Ban Demacia, so that's great. Of course,
And
we
that
got
circle.
Wither from Nasus. It circles. Hey, I mean, you're gonna start to see it.
Nunu ult.
It's like that one law of, like, you find something out. I forget the name of it exactly. You discover a word exists, and then you realize everyone in the world has been saying this, and I've just been muting it out until I learned what it meant.
Yeah, definitely. And there's that Kali back again with those mechanical plays, not banned out, and there's no Galio this time. So it might be a full AD lethality with that magic pen. Going to be interesting. Oh, and the Morgana pick? Lickenstick getting his main? Wait, that means that both Firefly and Lickenstick got their mains on the first picks here.
It's big, and it's also very big into Nunu not being able to do a quick cheeky gank bot in the way that Jarvan previously was. At least not on the person who has that black shield.
Yeah, definitely. And do you think Nunu tank or Nunu AP is worthwhile in general nowadays in this meta?
It's wild that champion can do anything. That champion is a cartoon smile painted on a white fuzzball, and it's so dangerous and disgustingly powerful. It's so powerful. So it could build anything. We see Zoe come out.
Yeah, that's spicy. I love Zoe plays because I think Zoe is underappreciated. We even saw, actually, I think Faker plays Zoe in the LCK this season, and that's because of Fearless Draft, seeing it come out. Ooh, and a Twitch ban is very interesting. Dr. Fox is always getting his Twitch ban. He has a very strong Twitch. That is a very dangerous champ to go in. So I'm surprised they didn't early pick it instead of Morgana, but that is an interesting prio. I guess we saw his Ezreal last game popping off, so I think he's been practicing other ADCs in his arsenal. So I'm excited to see. It could be a Tristana pick on his side. I'm interested to see if they go for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Tristana definitely wants someone to be held down in the way that Morgana can do it for her. I think what's interesting on Ban Damasia's side here is, they might have learned some lessons from that first game. They say, we won when we were able to quickly get on people who didn't even know where we were. That's what Zoe's meant to do. That's what Nunu's meant to do. And we have Shen at global ult once again.
Wow, but the thing is, the global ult forces Shen to go there. So if he's down a TP and Nasus gets plates, that might be a game over because Shen gets heavy outscaled by Nasus to a point that I feel like Nasus will seem not like a tank but like a squishy champ, and I think that Shen will just get dominated if it's late game. So, and it's also Jin Zhao early game, strong early game with Jin Zhao. So I'm interested to see how these fights will go because they have really interesting disengages and engages on Zhengyi's team with crazy engages on Blaine's team. So it's going to be interesting team fights.
Yeah, absolutely. Morgana's a perfect pair for all of these who say, I will single-handedly duel someone or 1v2. I just need to not be CC'd. Ashe wants to be able to move. Xin Zhao can duel for as long as he can auto-attack. Nasus with the Qs, and Akali just wants to get in and get out. Of course, she might not need the black shield, but Morgana's a perfect link in between all of these.
Yeah, definitely. And, I see, the Ezreal pick against that. This is going to be a crazy one. We had Ezreal last game and this game. That's such an interesting pick to go for with that Morgana dodge just with Ezreal E. But then Ashe can run him down if it is caught out without E or Flash. So this is going to be a very spicy lane bot lane. What do you think of it, since you, as an ADC and support, very knowledgeable person, what do you think? Who has the advantage?
I do think that Ban Demacia has a slight advantage here if they can get early ganks and prioritize bot lane. Because here they have a very traditional team comp. They've got mage assassin in the mid lane. Zoe's almost an assassin. She's a long range mage in some ways, but she's also like a burst assassin, similar to Lux, where she operates in a similar way. But when you end up with two tanks, the front line, one engage, one follow-up CC, and you have the poke mentality. Seraphine for a little bit of disengage, but a lot of poke. Ezreal, Zoe also kind of poke. I think they've got a solid team comp over there. Of course, we've got tankiness on the side of Zhengyi and the Tramps, but we'll see what ends up happening. One pick off from Zoe onto Zhengyi's team, and it seems like that team comp is more likely to crumble with one pick. as opposed to, without Shen, Nunu can still do a lot of work here with Ezreal cleaning up. We'll see
Yeah.
who the carries are on each team as we get into it. Of course, early game matters so much with these comps.
Yeah, I must say the only thing I'm worried about is similar to last game, a lot of champions are squishy. So this might be a lack of frontline for both sides. And team fights can also be a lot of poke down, one person caught out, team fight over, not full commit. So these fights might be elongated like last time, or it could be just one pick and out. So we'll see how they play it, because late game Nasus obviously is good frontline. But early game, I don't think Nasus can roam really easily unless he holds TP, and Shen can roam a lot easier. So it's going to be very impactful early game, but late game, it'll be opposite side. Shen won't do as much. I'm interested to see how that works.
My prediction is it's mutually assured destruction in the bot lane. Tower Sam doesn't want people in his lane; he wants to farm it out. Nunu wants to prioritize the lane where he can get the most gold. Happens to be bot lane. There are 2 people to kill down there. And, Xin Zhao is a dive the backline type of engage duelist jungler. He's going to be prioritizing Seraphine in all of these fights, as is Akali. And so, we'll see. It looks like, to me, Morgana and Seraphine are big targets for both sides. But that are going to be able to feel themselves, but not necessarily against the people who are jumping around, the mid lane and jungle assassins and CC tanks.
Definitely. I think it's going to be interesting, because my philosophy on things as a top laner, again, I think Riot has designed top lane, as you said earlier, to be an island. So if you gank top lane, the impact of ganking it is much more reduced than bot lane, in my opinion. So I feel like if you just focus on ganking bot perma, if you have a scaling top laner or a support top laner like Shen that can ulti to it, they both have major impact. So this can go really either way, depending on the team fights, depending on how impactful each top laner goes, because something as simple as just farming as Nasus can be heavily impactful, and something as big as ulting in a Shen could also be impactful. So it's a very situational, and this has no determined end at all. It's nothing close. It's going to be a very spicy game, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. And if I'm on red side here, I'm looking at Seraphine and saying, take E first, Shen. Maybe you take E as well. We're going in with a snowball. This looks like an amazing level 1, in my opinion.
Yeah, and do you think Zoe can go E first, or is that too much?
Oh, that's too much. For me, for my genteel, fragile palate, it's too spicy for me. But
hey,
we'll see.
The spicier the better. It'll be fun if. Oh wait, are they going for it? They are grouped. Oh, maybe
it almost
Nuna's
looks like they
going
were.
back.
Now it looks like they're going for a little bit more of a 5-point, trying to make sure no vision is secured in Salad's topside jungle. He realizes, hey, I'm a little bit late here. They better not be sitting in that bush. You see the little dance?
Yep, definitely. And I feel like a lot of the playstyle here, I think Pop-Tarts might be a bit afraid of the Ashe slow early. So going Cleanse is really strong, not only for the ult, but also for the slow to get away. So It's going to be really interesting to see how maybe the bot lane plays out. I think top lane will either be Shen bully early or Nasus farm. So that could be spicy in bot lane. Mid lane is also Akali, even though Doran's shield is defensive. I think Akali still can kill early. And even though Zoe does have Ignite, it might be a little bit spicy there. We'll see how it works.
I mean, we do see the buffed Electrocute on Akali versus the Summon Airy not been touched for quite some time. So, yeah, we'll see. There is range advantage on Zoe. She is abusing it already. Mystifer is doing great work of getting some early damage onto Akali. And we see some cryo being gained by the red side already. They're first to the lane.
Yeah, not only that, I also think that top is getting good trades. I think that, Zhangyi is in vision for his clear because of that ward, which is a very strong ward from the red side, from Blaine's team. They have knowledge on where Xin Zhao starts. They haven't seen him yet, so they could be a little bit off. But it would be interesting to see if Zhangyi goes for a gank. He isn't, so he will be caught by vision here. bot lane will know that they're safe to go for some good trades, and they are already trading with that level advantage. Pop Darts goes in, gets not only an auto, but also a Q off, which is very strong, and Badger almost gets a double E onto that Morgana.
Yep, we almost saw Zangy go around and skip the chickens. I thought maybe there was a little bit of that. Oh, nice Q threaded through the minions.
Ooh.
As Akali's asleep inside her mist. Oh, but the damage comes out.
Ooh, what an E
okay.
going in on Mystifer. Lots of damage, but the Ignite goes off to peel off to make sure that Firefly doesn't commit onto that. But that was huge. Those are massive trades, and that is Summoner Spell off of Zoe and Mystifer getting that. That's huge for Akali to lane, since Doran's shield restores so much HP that I think Akali can stay, but I don't know if Firefly's gonna... Oh, big gank coming out from Zangy. Trying to go in for a W, gets the
There's
E
the flash.
off. That is a massive potential knock-up. Takes his time with the W to knock up, gets damage. Oh my
the Q
god,
does not
Blaine
come out for
survives.
Nasus there.
That is crazy. That is so close. That was a great gank and almost a potential takeover, but Blaine survives and gets out of there safe. That is insane.
Lane using his TP to get back to lane. See, I like the philosophy of mid lane here. It's a little bit of a... It doesn't matter if I'm low, because my jungler's going to get here first, and my dad is stronger than your dad, and he'll beat your dad up. I can see it starting to form here, the idea... Oh, Morgana Q connecting to Seraphine over there. Don't get anything out of it. Seraphine a little low on mana.
Yeah, definitely, and I know exactly what you mean. I must say, not this season, but previous season, I played mid lane in CMSA, and it was my first time really playing mid lane consistently, and I've got to say, it's such an interesting laning phase, because sometimes you could play it extremely passive and just play for jungler, or you can play extremely aggressive and risk the jungler going in on you, but as long as you pay attention to where jungler is, you can take advantage of that and really bully your lane, since often people play passive. It's very situational, and it really displays how much map awareness you need to have as a mid laner, which is very difficult to have.
Absolutely. And it's warding in the right places that can cover 2 spots at once. I think we're going to start to see that the vision score is directly correlated to who has the ability to even understand where they should be at any given time.
Yeah, definitely. And I think, a lot of times my philosophy is really like as a top laner CS, but I think top lane, the craziest thing is vision actually doesn't mean as much, even though vision is super important as a stat. I think for top lane specifically, it's not as important, even though it still is important to have vision. I find as long as you can be aware of your surroundings as a top laner, where jungle is, usually you can be fine. But mid lane is the polar opposite. It's crazy how just a little bit up on the rift, you have such a different laning phase.
Yeah, I mean, support's not coming to... I mean, in some games, yes, but it's not coming to ruin your top lane experience in the same way it is for mid. Oh, the Morgana Q connects as Nunu is coming in for the gank, essentially getting on...
Big ball!
There's no black shield! Look at Stick Force to flash. As that's a lot of pressure added. Ooh, Firefly coming
what
in.
A
with
roam. Going for that
damage.
ulti in. Getting a combo off for Electrocute, but they get away safely. And Mystifer's there, getting first blood off of them. That's insane. Getting the Morgana and also ADC.
Amazing.
Dr. Frost caught out, and Firefly just gets out, but that roam to counter the roam was insane by Mystifer right there. Game changing.
Yeah, absolutely. We see Nasus prioritizing the grubs here, and it looks like we've got a great handshake happening here. We've got red side going for the dragon, blue side on the grubs.
So, yeah, honestly, like I told you last game, Zangy told me that he takes the philosophy of, even if my lane gets ganked, even if they die a little bit, it's good to take advantage of that and to farm, to take objectives while that's happening, to ensure that that gain is not taken for no reason. It's not worth to go to that lane that's already gone. It's better to go and take advantage and do a proactive play to take more camps, to take objectives, and to make sure that the team is still in it, which is very, very smart and shown right there.
Yeah, absolutely. The last thing you want to do is show up to a fight that's already been lost, and then you just have to put your tail between your legs and walk away. Better to be somewhere where you're not expected to be. Morgana Q just wide of that Ezreal there, potentially opening up something. Firefly and Mistfor are back at it, throwing abilities at each other in the mid lane.
What a smart ignite.
Zoe. Oh, and
Oh my god.
Damage onto Firefly.
That combo is crazy, and that ignite was so smart to ensure that there's vision off on that Akali in the shadows. That was very well played by Mistfor, and even though there were a lot of dodges from Akali, it still was a close fight. It was very, you know, again, like we said last game, these mid laners are playing mechanical. They're going for crazy dodges. They're going for crazy plays. We see fakers out here in this show match right now. Ooh, almost that root would have been big poke.
Yeah, I do love that Seraphine Double E is almost the equivalent of a Morgana Q, and so we're seeing the, hey, take this, no, take this, out of Blue Badger and Lick and Stick. And none of them have connected in a way that wins a 2v2 just yet, but maybe they're getting the poke to get to the point where it does matter.
Yeah, and I think that it's getting close. Now everyone's level 6 except Lick and Stick. Lick and Stick's soon gonna get it. Oh, that good engage by Shen, getting good trades, but Sam is level 7. He is starting to scale soon. I'm telling you, Sam's gonna start stat checking, but that is insane damage by Shen. Blaine getting huge picks, and right now, Yuno coming in with Salad going for the big snowball. What an ulti, and the root by Seraphine. That is massive and a huge pick for Ezreal.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's just too much CC able to be delivered to different targets, where Lick and Stick beautifully took that snowball. Oh, the Blaine doing percentage health damage to this Nasus with those Q auto
This might be a kill, though. This might be a Nasus kill. This is what stat checking is. This is what I told you about, how Nasus just Qs and he goes, huh, and he stat checks. That's how it is. That's how Nasus works. That's why I don't give Sam
HP
Nasus.
60. Easy.
Yeah, I don't know if you know this, but a few patches ago, they actually buffed Nasus' lifesteal. Oh my god, what a fight going on between Akali and... Ooh, the Zoe. What a dodge, but big Shen ulti. This could be a kill. What a taunt. Oh my god.
Amazing work by Blaine once again. It's the equivalent of that Gragas R coming in once again. Of course, he's giving up quite a bit of plates. Feeding the dog. Allowing the dog his dinner.
Yep. But if Sam gets caught out here, ooh, I don't think he does. I think he gets out. That's huge. That is massive. I think Sam might be the issue this game, because right here, just, it seems like not much, right? Like a 10 CS lead, 1 kill, it shouldn't be a big deal. But then you think about Nasus, and you think about the champion itself, and you're like, wait, what if this goes to 25 minutes? How many stacks is he at? He's at so many. He has, I think he has 277, I'm pretty sure, around. Yeah, or 177. Yeah, he has a lot of stacks. So he is working up those stats, and he is already able to stat check Shen. Shen is getting ganked by Zhangyi. That is a massive dodge by Blaine for the W. Goes and saves the knock-up. Ooh,
here's the counter,
but gets a counter engage.
Oh, beautiful ult on Zhangyi's part. Oh, and just outside of the turret. Oh, Zhangyi escaping with his life.
Oh my god, wait, does Akali die? Oh my god, the combos.
Oh, and Mr. is there for the cleanup. Sour Sam running for his life as Big Nasus.
Ooh, he just gets out. What a play. That's insane. That was a 1-for-1, by the way. That massive fight with so much used. Oh, but now bot lane fight starts. I must say, I want to see how Pop Tarts plays this fight, since I feel like Ezreal is such a skill-based champ sometimes. So is Ashe, obviously, with the movement. But both of them will be such a mechanical fight. And one-on-one, as you as an ADC can talk how hard it is to fight another ADC.
Yeah, I mean, I'll look at the items in a situation like this. If I see Ashe just has Berserker's Greaves, I have Sheen, I have a long sword, the tier, not so much in the importance level here, but I mean, we're getting the second set of grubs here, that's important. But on the bot lane side of things, I'm thinking Hey, I see your support up at the Grubs. You're mine. You're 300 gold in my pocket.
Yep, definitely. And that's huge. Also, again, we talked about the double drag versus double grub situation. Right here, I think actually getting 6 grubs is massive for Nasus. Late game, Nasus will literally shred towers. So if you get 1 loss, you lose 2 towers, which is crazy to think about.
Yeah, it's scary. It is very scary to not contest that second set of grubs. Of course, it was an awkward position where Lick and Stick was able to masterfully move his weight, push it over to the grubs, make sure that there was no chance of equalization on the grubs. And that's, just like you said, it's opening up the door for Nasus.
Yeah, and right here you see the poke. Just from
setting up the
Nasus is
dive
crazy.
here.
Ooh, this is without ulti Nasus Qs, by the way, just so you get a scope of how strong Nasus is. And this is at 13 minutes.
Oh, the
He's
4-man
holding the
dive.
tower. Oh my god, he just tanked tower and said, Firefly, take it, it's for you. And just gets the tower. This is going to be first tower gone. Oh, but what a crazy engage. Almost on Fox. Whoa, the ulti just sidestepped by Fox. So
Beautiful
close. Wow, this is a tough game. I must say, I think it's going to be very tough to face this Nasus late game, but you never know. Zoe does chunk late game with that AP, so if Nasus does not have enough MR, this might be a kill. Oh, wait.
Oh, and the dive
Fox
on
going for the
bot lane to
dodges.
equalize.
Wow. Pop-Tart's taking it, securing the kill with that Blue Badger ulti engage. That was crazy.
And very nice aggro control by Blue Badger. That is a support.
Yep, definitely. Making sure ADC also gets the kill, not stealing it. 3 assists. That is very, very strong. I feel like it's so hard as a support to sometimes not accidentally just yoink a kill. It always sucks when you do it, but it happens.
Yeah, who are we kidding? It's not an accident. Every time it's on purpose. Support main speaking, it's on purpose, ADCs. That's my gold. I deserve it. I did everything, and you know it. Oh, we got this back stopped on Pop-Tart's part. Lick and Stick forcing him to stay in lane.
Yeah, it's forcing momentum loss. That's really good for tempo since, Ezreal already has a lead, so it'll be tough if he has to stay in lane for longer. If Pop-Tarts is forced here, this could be an ulti play with Ash Arrow coming up soon.
Yeah, unfortunately, the effective gold is just not equal here, as it seems that Ezreal has quite a bit more in terms of the item effectiveness in his pocket than Ash does at the moment.
Yeah, and also to give you a scope of things, Nasus is 2,000 gold ahead of his laner. He's dominating lane. He's also doing really well with a scaling champ. So late game, this Nasus will probably have 700 stacks. That is unbelievable.
Yeah, we're seeing it kind of play out the way we envisioned. I mean, it's looking like a tilted game here. We've got the top side on blue, very effectively dominating here. Sour Sam not really caring about Blaine's hit here.
Ooh.
He sees Nunu coming in. Maybe it's time to ult and fight this.
Oh, does he win this? Does he win the 1v2? He might actually win this 1v2. Oh my god, what a block by the W! Yeah. Oh my god, what
amazing play by Blaine. And Salad to get out of there, not giving him the lifesteal and the kill. Very well done.
That is huge. And we see the ults from range almost. If that was a bit earlier, that might have even hit and would have been a game changer. But still, that was such a great engage and a great peel from Salad on top of that. And that W, like we said. Just insane. Oh, big fight happening. Zane going in, but that Shen ulti's there. This might be a good team fight for Blaine's team with that Seraphine ulti getting off, and Zane gets caught out by that team.
Yeah,
but
with no vision, just surreptitiously, everyone happened to be moving towards the Rift Herald. This looks like a pretty secure feat for Red side here.
I think that Nasus thinks he can win this. He might be going in for a Q steal. Oh, they're baiting, because this could be a big fight if there is Nasus ult. But is there Nasus ult? No, it's just coming up, and he just gets caught out.
The CC is just too wild from the red team as they are forcing Firefly back to his turret, secure with the feats, and quite a few leads across the map.
You know, I must say, it's very hard to match the Nasus late game, but if you look at the rest of the map, a lot of Blaine's team is just doing really well. So I'd like to say that I don't know if Nasus will have time to scale. If Sam can take advantage of that lead and try to side lane to get macro pressure, it could be interesting to see how those plays work. Because I don't know if one person will ever be able to match Sam with that lead. So they would need to send at least 2, if not 3 people to even match it. So we'll see how they play this. Ooh, what a dodge from the sleep by Lick and Stick with that shield. But this is a big team fight. Yeah, this could be big.
Here we see Objective Gamers, red side is here first, but with a few less people as Shen is just walking up. Zangy going down, and so is Mr. but that's the smite difference. We've got Salad still on the dragon. Nasus trying to push him off. We've got them pushed into the banana bush. They are collapsing on this Shen here.
Oh my god. Big engages going in by Sam and trying to peel. They're trying to get out. Blaine's team trying to survive. Big ulti by Nunu trying to get a lot of damage in. That does chunk the Ashe. And they managed to get out. That is insane. What a team fight. That was a 3 for 2, but getting objective. Again, every single game, it's always team fights seem one-sided, then they shift to the other, and you never know who really actually won it. It's so close.
Yeah, there's a few instances that kind of give it away of there's more to be fought here. There were some held flashes. There was some ults that didn't yet start, but we might see them come out in a team fight that's coming soon. I mean, when you don't get your abilities out, you want to take advantage of those who just had to force their ability out to win the fight. So who knows what's about to happen next. There is no objective on the map. Everything has been secured by Blaine's team, and so we're looking at maybe some domination over some of the turrets here.
Yeah, the only thing I'm worried about is that even though the gold lead is not big and Sam has a massive advantage with that scaling champ, I don't know if he'll have time to scale. So this is already 3 dragons on one side. That is very high pressure on Zangy's team to show up, since, you know, if they lose that soul to Blaine's team, that is big impact and might be a lead to Elder, and that could be game.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a super interesting. Cloud Soul is one of the most effective Drakes. Movement speed is king, especially when you've got Nunu, especially when you've got Seraphine. I mean, you're going to be pretty speedy. Even Wither is not going to be able to do all that much to you anymore.
Yeah, I think that it's going to be funny to see Nunu just Tokyo drift around and go for some speedy Nunu ball plays.
Yeah.
That'll be fun to see, especially it's AP Bruiser Nunu, so a little bit of a mix and could sustain in team fights long, so it's going to be interesting to see how that works out against the Nasus. I don't know if that will be enough peel. Ooh, going in for those speedy balls. Almost. Going for that, you know, bowling ball play.
Uh-huh. I mean, he gets caught on vision on that Rift Scuttler and says, you know what, it's not worth it, I'm not 1v1ing this Fed Nasus. Nasus looking to throw his weight down into the mid lane, potentially, saying, oh, maybe someone's coming to ward here?
Could be face checking. But right now, Fox is pushed up a bit but getting chunked. I think Pop-Tarts here has such a strong lead with the playstyle that Pop-Tarts is going for. Ooh, what a dodge. Akali going for those combos on the Shen, getting a lot of autos and Qs off and dodging his E. That's massive, getting more poke down, but since she is an assassin, it's hard to go against the Shen with all of that Hollow Radiance.
Yeah, it's wild to say that Shen did not even do maybe 1, maybe 2 auto attacks onto Akali there. They lost the same amount of health in percentage. Oh, the Ashe ult lands on the backline there. Nunu sitting and ulting, looking for Lick and Stick.
Oh, so close. Wow, Lick and Stick just dodges it, but gets killed by Pop-Tarts. And, wait for it, Nasus gets shut down again by Pop-Tarts. Pop-Tarts getting a lot of strong leads here and taking advantage of those Ezreal plays. Good dodge of the Zoe E, but Ashe is trying to come back with it. Fox is trying to get those autos in, dodging around. Zangy going in to get that peel. Ooh, they're all so low. Does Akali take advantage of this? Firefly going in, gets a double kill. Oh, Zangy going back in, gets one. Oh, what a
Beautiful
cleanse by
work
Pop
by
Tart.
Zangy to jump on their backline.
Oh
Pop-Tart
my
narrowly
God.
evading with the Mystic teleport there.
Wow.
Wow.
What a team fight. Again and again and again, we get team fights, like I've said 100 times, where it seems like it's so Blaine-sided, but then Zangy's team comes back and just finds picks. Oh, wait, does Zangy get caught out here? Pop-Tart's coming back for damage. Trying to see if it happens. Gets hit by W, but there's ulti now. Oh my
Wow.
God. Oh, but
here we
then
have Lick and Stick.
another trade. Oh,
Salad's
they
really
can't get
nice Q.
Wait, oh
There
my
you
God,
go.
Nasus dives and gets a shutdown.
Yeah, diving 2
And gets
turrets
turret.
for that.
That's crazy. This is legit just back and forth, endless fights. What a slow. Ooh, that's a Shen tank, by the way, not a squishy Shen. Just so you understand how much that Q does. Wow. I must say, I think that Nasus must be around 250 stacks by now. I feel like his stats are crazy. Oh my God, wait. 387 stacks.
Wow. Morgana, Lick and Stick catching Seraphine out there. That's exactly what they need to secure this dragon here. It's now, with Zangy on the way, it's going to be a 5v4 if everyone shows up here. But it's not even necessary. So much damage coming out. Securing at least 5 minutes before the soul is taken.
Not only that, I'd like to say that someone in Poggle in chat said Nasus waiting room. I must say I agree. I'm waiting for that Nasus huge spike. I feel like when he gets another item or even level 16, he's going to be so strong that I would love to see how any of the champs on Blaine's team could do damage to him. Maybe if Zoe gets Magic Pen, but otherwise, even with that, I don't know how Zoe's going to shred this Nasus. He feels like he's just gonna keep walking at them menacingly with the Giga Chad walk, just walking up to them.
We need that item from Arena that does, it's like Giant Slayer but for AP. That's what Zoe needs in this moment. So now that we have a little bit of a lull, that while they're setting up Otacon here. Oh, looks like we're back to fighting. But what I was gonna say is that
big taunt! And the double Seraphine ulti with the Nunu ult. Again, the ulti combos are going crazy, but the counter engage, as usual. Zing going in, getting a pick with Fox now going for that strafing autos, getting Salad caught out, but Zangi's low. He might get killed. He does. Pop-Tarts now getting rooted and gets caught out by Fox. This fight, again, is back and forth.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing the advantage of the team comp that Zangi's built for his team here. It's jump in on the back line. Ooh, nice black shield from Lick and Stick.
Oh my God, the turn.
Fox.
What an auto on the berry. That was so smart by Lick and Stick to make sure that Nunu gets pushed on the side. What a play. Amazing. That is a support play and a half. Oh, but Nunu's still trying to catch out Fox. What a route. But now, is this going to be a kill for Fox? Wait. Oh my God, they trade.
Oh,
and they get two.
Still goes down.
Wow. What? How long was that fight?
Yes.
That was like a 1.5 minute fight. Oh my God. These teams are crazy.
We're seeing success from Zangi's team in the same way. They're almost trying the same strategy they did in the first game, but with a little more change. They've got a tank added into the mix now. So they've got 2 diving on the backline, while they have their kind of their sit and do damage Ashe and Morgana, while Nasus is their often Toplandia pushing champion.
Yep. Oh, but going in for a solo kill. Nunu is there. That is a Kali ult used. That is massive. They go for a fight here because I don't think Ezreal can get caught out otherwise unless he gets slowed and ghosted on by Nasus. Ghost is coming up, so this could be a big team fight. Nunu trying to catch out Nasus out of vision, playing vision really well. Ooh, Snowball just runs out before they can catch the Nasus with that hit.
Yeah, and now it looks like Blaine is the super pusher in the side lane instead of Nasus. Nasus staying on the side of the objective and realizing that it's the side where all the attention is, and potentially wanting to move away from this so he can get his stacks in peace.
This might be a tower for Shen because they haven't backed enough. Oh, getting flashed off of Badger right there. I think that Blaine is really smart taking that momentum of bot lane and pressuring towers since, Sam has to meet him. The only issue with Shen is late game. Shen has no wave clear. Even with Hollow Radiance, you need Titanic to do anything with wave clear, and that's the tough part. Akali getting pushed in by Salad, getting a root and ult and sleep, and the combos are crazy. That Ash arrow does land, but still, wait, Zangy going in. Oh, Shen ulti comes out and rooted and slept. Again, combo on combo, but they're back to match it. The team fight continues on as Badger hits the ulti. Nuna goes back in on Morgana, but Morgana gets ult off. And now Nasus is there. He's going on. He said, I scaled. I'm coming for you. And gets 2. But Shen is macroing. Or Pop-Tarts is macroing.
That's a free Otacon for blue side here. Of course, we'll see if it's worth it.
Do they have enough damage? Do you think?
They for sure have sustain, which is what they really need in this fight. Anyone who sustains Warwick could solo this, is what I'll say. Nasus could likely solo this if he has the mana for it.
Ooh, are we seeing it 2 games in a row?
Yeah.
Are we seeing the Ezreal steal 2 times? 2 games? One. Oh my god!
That's basically a true damage WQ from Ezreal after Otacon has broken the resistances of...
That is crazy.
Now there.
Oh my god, what a fight. Going in on the Ezreal. Oh my, the roots!
Beautiful
Lick and stick. Oh, is this gonna be a steal? Oh my god, who got it? Wow.
Oh, but now it's a fight over the corpses. Are they gonna hit each other or the corpses? Oh, we see them fighting over it.
But it might be another fight because Blue Badger's coming back with also Mystifer. And this is a massive fight. Nasus does have ulti, so this could be a 1v3 side. Let's see if the taunt's enough. Does he die in time? He gets slapped, and he does get killed by Zoe. And the Ash arrow just comes too late. But that was crazy. They do secure the Otacon, but they are now getting Baron for it. And they got a few kills.
Yeah, and a few roses. I do like that there was almost a truce between Nasus and Shen, seeing all the roses come up, and we're like, hold on, flowers. Alright, we've got Zangy coming in potentially for the steal on this Baron.
Oh, wait. But Nunu Chomp, can she do it? No, that's all. Oh my god, and the massive sleep. Does that actually kill? The taunt. But Zangy survives with ulti.
Yes.
That's so strong. That's so smart to play. And they're also getting pressure on the map. Even though they don't have Baron, they are still pressuring all the way in Inhib. Is this going to catch out Morgana? Oh my god, Fox is now getting black shielded. That was a really smart play by Lick and Stick to hold the black shield and wait until it's needed, not to just slam it. And that saves Dr. Fox to get out.
Yeah, unfortunately, Lick and Stick loses their life for it, but I mean, valuable for that inhib turret. That's a lot of pressure to put on red side.
Definitely. I also love how there are so many proactive team plays that go for so long. It is insane. It's been 2 games in a row of team fights being extended to even respawns. Like, that is unbelievable.
And just look at these team comps. These are players who know. They're saying 30-minute game? No. Try 40. Try 50. That's what we're seeing here.
Funny story. I actually remember there was a game this season, I believe. I've seen a game that was 57 minutes in CMSA, but I think this season I even saw one that was 1 hour and 7 minutes.
Oh my
That
God.
is unbelievable. I think it was in Pearl League, if I'm not wrong. And that was, I don't know how a game ever gets past 55 minutes. Like, that is so tough to do. It's back and forth.
Yeah, but it's always those are the real bangers here. Oh, Akali asleep in her powder, but on Vision, I think goes for Zoe, but does not execute the final bit of damage and dies to Shen.
So close. Well played by Shen getting that taunt off. And I must say that, Zoe just survives by just enough. And it's so interesting. Zoe did go Cosmic Drive, which is a little bit interesting for... I feel like Zoe doesn't always go that item. It does give a lot of ability haste, and it is tankier. But, Zangy almost gets caught out. Does he get rooted? Oh, he gets slowed. There's no...
for the E-jump, but gets slept by Zoe. And it looks like Zangy is down with so many layers of CC. Nunu looking for more.
But that is taking a lot of ults. That could be
Mr.
massive
Kill's
because
in the back. Ooh. And that's a sleep onto Nasus, as it's almost a full. It is a full team wipe with Akali just coming up.
Yeah, that's insane because just to get a perspective, we've had so many close fights. This is one of the only fights we've had today in all of today that it's been one-sided, which is crazy to think about.
Yep,
that is
quite
just
a bit left on that Baron. Baron just runs out, but they're still looking to take this inhibitor with 20 seconds at least on most of the dead on Zhangyi's Tramps.
Yeah, I don't think they can end here. They could risk it, but I don't think it's worthwhile. I don't think they will. Will they go for end? Are they gonna try it?
Well,
Ooh,
certainly, what I'll say is that what's worth it is always seeing. Oh, do we do a little trolling? Who wants to walk up and fight us?
Yeah, I think that'd be fun. I actually think that maybe Zhang's team can go and try to catch them out before they back. This could be huge. Oh! Wait,
Yeah,
this might be a big team fight for Zhangyi, because if they catch them out here, they haven't backed it. Oh, what an ulti by Pop-Tarts. That hits 3 different members of Zhangyi's team, and that does give good peel.
They know the dragon is coming up very shortly. Anyone who is not backing, using their lead, or has no summoner spells in some of their cases, that's one less person to worry about at the drag.
Yeah, and that's massive to also force people to take... Oh my god, what a damage burst by Zoe. Getting the Ashe caught out, but they do trade 1 for 1. Zhangyi might be caught out. That is a great route by Morgana, and Zhangyi does have to flash, but that is a worthwhile trade. And Nasus is taking his stacks and pushing top, saying, hey, guess what? You guys can get this drag, but I'm going to get at least 1, if not 2 towers for this 1 dragon. Then Zhangyi's going to try to delay it.
It is still point, so... Oh, and they do secure it. Getting CC'd on both Zhangyi and Lick and Stick here. Firefly in the
massive combos.
Nasus continuing to stack and push towards the top wave as red team is backing. Nunu is coming around the back. We'll see if he stands and fights or if he turns and runs. Oh.
By the way, Nasus now has 600 stacks, just to get a scope of things. He will be chased down all the way through. He does not have Ghost, and he does not have ulti anymore, so he might actually die here. This might be a big pick. I think that... Oh my god, Pop-Tarts' damage is crazy, shredding Nasus and taking advantage of the no Ghost, no ult, and they get that pick off.
Yeah, I mean, you see Muramana, you see Sorelda's Grudge, Shojin's, and Sheen. It's just all Q and W damage coming out there. It's too much for no armor on this Nasus.
Ooh, what a shield by Lick and Stick. That was a savior for Fox. That's making sure that Fox can get out. And, Blaine is pushing up a little bit. They are confident. They are up, a decent amount of gold, 5k, but late game, again, 5k gold doesn't mean that much late game. We're 35 minutes in. This Baron could be a repeat. We saw steal last game, and let's see if it happens again.
Yeah, from the opposite side, I mean, we'll have to see someone really going in with that sleep. It looks as though that's the most dangerous bush in the world as the Baron is taken by red team. They're looking for more, all of them full health, knowing that Zoe's been whittling them down. Oh, it's onto Lick and Stick. It's onto Zhangyi with the sleep. And this song from Seraphine secures the kill on Zhangyi. With Baron, with full health, with the Cloud Soul, this might be it for Zhangyi's Tramps. It might be over.
Yeah, we do have Nasus Ghost and ult, so let's see if this works. If maybe Nasus can go for the backline without getting CC'd, this could be a thing, but they do so much damage. And that's a massive Nunu ult to try to peel. Lick and Stick gets hit by it, and Firefly going in. There is a massive Zhonya's by Lick and Stick, and Fox is peeling damage on damage, and they are not out yet. Don't count them out, even with Baron, even with a 5k gold lead. There is Nasus, and your Nasus waiting room is over. Nasus has arrived.
Yes, Nasus...
Oh my god! Pop-Tarts getting that massive ult! Oh my god, the triple! Wow. The massive triple.
I mean, it's just so much. Akali can do a lot. And here's how I see that last fight played out. Akali destroys Mystifer in quite a few, so Firefly gets rid of the main threat. Unfortunately, you only have so many abilities, and Pop-Tart is waiting in the wings. Even now, waiting to kill Firefly.
Wow.
It's so much.
Oof, that's crazy. That's insane to think about. That combo of Ezreal has done so much damage. 13, 2, and 9. A massive performance this game. And there's also Zoe 13, 7, and 9 really performing as well. All these sleeps, the combos, again, it's always Blaine's team combo on combo on combo. It's crazy.
Yeah, and looking at it, I mean, we have some clear stars in draft mode. Ezreal avoids dives. He does not get dove. He is actually one of the ones who can evade anything that gets thrown out from Zangi, except for the Wither. I mean, the Wither goes on to Ezreal, and then we might be seeing some problems, but it's scary to have to deal with that. There's a reason he's only died twice.
Definitely, definitely. And, right now, I think the next fight is the final fight, no matter what. I think that they can take a massive lead with Nasus. Oh, what an engage by Nunu trying to get a big snowball in, but that shielding is massive. If Zangi's team does get a team wipe, oh, what a sleep! Is that Ashe is dead.
There's a 4v5 at their Nexus turrets. Firefly looking half health. Nunu ult coming out. Just enough damage to... Nope, Firefly.
Oh my god, Firefly is live. And now the Nasus is back. Don't forget about the scaling Nasus. They have open Nexus. But is it enough? Does Nasus actually get this team fight win? Zoe is low, but they're trying to end. They're trying to hit the Nexus.
Oh,
and it's over.
It's GG.
What a play. Wow, that was
taking
crazy.
Win number 2. And I believe it's a best of 3, which makes... You tell me, Sam.
I will tell you, absolutely. So, congratulations. That is going to be the end of game 2. And as you said, best of 3, that is the 2-game win. However, there is still going to be a third game played between these two teams, as is tradition. So I don't know if there's anything special planned, if they're doing anything no bans or what, but that is what we're going to be seeing. But let's quickly tell me about that second game. What were the highlights? What stands out to you?
I mean, similar to Jarvan's control, Salad's Jarvan's control over vision and making sure that picks were the way to get forward, we saw Mystifer not play a secondary role, but a primary in the engage with these E's that were traveling way farther than I've ever been able to throw a Zoe bubble. I mean, Zoe's difficult, and Mystifer was saying, hey, this is actually who I am. I'm a celestial being whose knowledge of the universe is eternal and ever expanding.
Yeah, I must say that on top of that, Pop-Tarts was getting heavy damage in, really playing the Ezreal strong to ensure that not only do they get picks, but they also ensure that they always have damage. That was pivotal.
One of my favorite moments to watch in that game was the absolutely crazy Otacon play. I could not believe it was started up. I think it was Pop-Tarts that came up the river and immediately executed the probably negative armor jungle at the time.
Yeah.
And then the ensuing fight just drug on to the point where someone TPs in and it's a 50-50 for the Otacon, and then it's a free-for-all for the roses. I mean, it was a race for the roses, to be sure.
Yeah.
And I don't even know who really came out ahead in that moment, but it was the chaos was incredible.
Yeah,
well, Nasus has an auto attack reset on his Q, so I think he might have gotten at least one more rose than Shen, and that's what really mattered.
I also think, even just so you know, before Ezreal went in, there was another fight on that Atacon that caused them to even start it. So it's like, even on top of that, on top of the fight that led to another fight, they had another fight before that, which is crazy. It's even more. It's just like levels on levels. All the fights today, except one, were elongated fights, which is so hard to find, I feel like, unless it's such a close matchup.
You know, on your
Is-
death recap, when it shows you the CC length and the fight length above it, I want to see the number that says 550 seconds of fight duration because I believe someone might have had it this game. It was a beautiful, long game of fights.
So, which one of these players that was involved in all these fights, from Ban Demacia, do we want to talk to after game number 2?
In my opinion, I have two who I'm not sure if either of them wants to come on the stream, Mystifer or Who Ate My Pop Tarts.
I'm in exact agreement. I'm not even gonna lie. Those both have great situations to talk about their sleeps, about their damage, about their different engages and plays and late game plays. I think either or would be great. So whatever you guys feel, I agree with.
All right, I flipped a coin. It gave me tails. We were going to pull up Who Ate My Pop Tarts. Who Ate My Pop Tarts?
Hello.
You're all in the stream. Welcome to the broadcast.
What up?
How does it
Hey.
feel
Congratulations.
after that game? And walk me through what the Otacon fight was like and what that game-ending triple kill was like.
Yeah, so the Anacon, I was kind of just lollygagging, hanging around mid. My team was I'm just like, hey, are they low? And he goes, oh yeah, they're low. I'm like, okay, let's fuck it up.
Yeah, and fuck it up, you did.
And what was the last one?
And then you had this like almost a walk-off triple kill at the enemy Nexus there with
Oh,
it
yeah.
starting it off with a huge Ezreal.
I mean, once again, you just got to give credit to your team. I mean, I just kind of cleaned it up at the end. You do the damage, you throw the skill shots. But at the end of the day, the Nunu holding the front line, the Shen holding the front line, the Seraphine in the back, you're nothing without your team, So big shout out to them for that.
It's true. And it was a great team comp in both. I mean, how did you feel? I mean, you're an ADC player, so you understand. I understand very much. When I look at my team comp in the end, when it's 30 seconds to get into the game, how did you feel? Did you feel secure? Like you were getting the support you needed from your support, your top lane, your jungle? It looked like you felt comfortable and you didn't die all that much this game. You looked like you felt very confident.
Dr. Fox picked Ezreal first. I gotta show him how it's done on
Yeah.
Ezreal. So you gotta do it. You gotta do it to my boy Dr. Fox. But he's my homie, so you gotta put him down a little bit sometimes.
Yeah, you played amazing. I must say, a lot of the team fights and some different snipes. I remember Zane being low on top lane, getting that last hits. Sometimes it's so hard to reach with your team, and you just get those finishes and also that massive combo damage. It's just so impactful on team fights. So really well played.
Thank you. Once again, the team speaks for itself.
Pop-Tarts, thank you so much for joining us. Good luck in game 3 as well.
Thanks you.
Okay,
Alright.
as they get ready for game 3, I'm always curious if there's anything special. In the past, we've seen no bans. In the past, we've seen some sort of a themed match where everyone is picking things. I don't know if these two teams have decided this in advance or if we'll just see a stock standard game 3.
Yeah, Noxus versus Ionia, maybe? I mean, it's the season of Noxus, so... I mean, we already saw them ban PENIS on both sides, but that was just after bans and picks were already made, so... Who knows?
Yeah, I also think that it would be really interesting if they do the no bans. We might see a J4 Zengi final game. That will be crazy. And also Garen. Those both will be insane. I think that if we get a combo of everyone's main, just allowing all the chaos, those team fights that we thought were spicy will look like nothing compared to it. It will be even more insane.
Yeah, absolutely. Next time, the bonus match, maybe it's the practice tool 100% cooldown reduction, so you just auto get your abilities back. That's my cup of tea. It's a little bit for the gamers who have ADHD.
Yep, definitely. Oh, there are bans happening. So we do have a Caitlyn ban already. That is... Oh, and Garen. Garen is not in it.
And it just looks like they're gonna play it out here. The same
Ooh.
same strategy we've been seeing, the Caitlyn McGarren early. All right, I will leave you two until the conclusion of this broadcast. Have a great third game.
Right, thank
Enjoy,
you, Sam.
everybody.
Thank you. And yeah, they are following up with that GP ban and also the MF ban as usual. So right now, let's see if they ban Twitch. If they allow Dr. Fox to have Twitch, it might be a little bit of a different style of game because, again, Dr. Fox Twitch is pretty strong. I think they'll third ban it. If not, a lot is open. J4 is open if they don't ban it. Is Zangy gonna get J4? Oh.
Oh, it looks like we are going to see the first pick J4. And the Seraphine ban is great. I mean, Seraphine's ults were insane and immaculate
Yeah.
that game. Not to talk like down on any player, the supports were going crazy with their picks of CC. I mean, it is exactly like I was saying, that it's about who hits the CC, and Lick and Stick hit some great ones. We saw some great ones from Blue Badger on Seraphine. Oop, we got
What?
Sticks pick.
What? No J4. What? Is that a bug? Are they gonna leave? Is that no J4? What
We
is
gotta scroll
happening?
down pretty far for Ziggs, so I think
Wait. Is Zangy changed? Is he reformed? Is there no J4 pick? That is crazy. Okay. You know what? I like it. They're spicing it up. I was gonna say about the supports. The Morgana was crazy with those shields. I'm not gonna lie. That shielding was massive. So even the disengage, not only the engage, was crazy by Lick and Stick that game. And like I said, the roots, you were saying it yourself, the roots by Seraphine also strong. So let's see what they pick here. There's Morgana taken away from Lick and Stick. Ooh, Morgana and Samira, does that combo well?
well, I mean, Samira's biggest issue why she takes cleanse is not wanting to be CC'd at all, and so Morgana opens that up for her.
Ooh,
We'll see.
very true. Yeah, and they haven't taken J4. They haven't taken it yet. Is it gonna be picked? That's crazy. I never expected Ziggs. Do you think Ziggs mid will ever happen? Do you think it's Ziggs mid or Ziggs ADC?
Ziggs ADC is much more
there it
traditional
is.
in the current state of things. We do see Zangy on Jarvan, so let's
Of
see.
course.
It's Yorick.
Oh my god. The first game they banned Yorick, and now we see it. We see the J4 and the Yorick for the Zangy Sam combo. That will be insane. With the Lady of Yorick could be crazy damage on the J4 combo. Ooh, Aurelia pick. That could be mid lane, by the way. That doesn't have to be top lane, just so you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Though Aurelia, not hurt by Yorick's little cage. She can easily get out by targeting a minion or one of his ghouls. So maybe a good counter to Yorick there.
Yeah, the only thing I'd like to say is a Firefly. Ooh, actually, Firefly usually plays Aurelia, so maybe that was a counter to Firefly to pick that, since they didn't want that. But there is a lot of AD on their team. I think that Ziggs was pre-planned since they knew J4 and York will be picked. So that is a really smart pick to go early, even before those two were picked. Let's see if maybe what support would go well against Samir Morgana here with Ziggs.
Oh man, if it were me, I'm picking, I don't know, Leona, Nautilus.
Rel?
I'm going, I'm saying, you know what? Only one of you can get Black Shielded, the other one is just dying.
Yeah, do you think if Rel W and Qs, does that remove Black Shield before the Q?
Oh, the Q will get rid of the Black Shield instantly.
Does the W?
And Sun. The W I don't believe will. It's so little damage coming out from Rel, but I mean, who knows how we're scaling or not putting points into Black Shield in that moment. It could do enough. Echo for
let's see.
coming out. So it is Aurelia top, it seems.
Yeah, that is. Oh my god, wait. Is it Yorick mid? Is it, or is it Camille support? These are spicy picks. Oh, Teemo support? No way is it double AP bot lane with Teemo.
Yeah,
I don't believe my eyes.
Quite weird, but weird is what we're looking for in this bonus match.
Oh,
Mel.
Okay, yeah, Lick and Stick does play Mel, so this is probably Lick and Sticks. I'd like to say that is a double AP bot lane. That is pretty strong, and that can be a bully lane. Let's see how this works. Oh yeah, I actually personally have played with Dr. Fox Ziggs bot lane, so yeah, this is going to be interesting. An Ahri mid, a classic mid laner against Echo. I feel like Ahri has a slight advantage there with the range, so it'll
Yeah.
be very tough. But that Echo can dodge the charm with E, so we'll see how this works. And what's the final pick? Oh, it is. Wait, huh?
It's Morgana Jungle, it seems.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So Morgana Jungle.
A
Interesting.
staple of some time ago that is, I don't even believe it's on a tier list anymore after it fell out of favor. But Morgana Jungle, it had once upon a time one of the fastest clears in the jungle and healthiest. Because, she can
Yeah.
do two camps at once. She doesn't care. She's going to gain it all back from her W.
Yeah, this is really interesting. I'm so excited. I actually think Yorick, again, is a lane bully. It is a champ that late game, you can't gank that champion unless you have at least 3 people. Like 2 people is not enough unless your top lane is winning. So I believe that if Sour Sam does take a lead, he can just macro the hell out of this game and push towers, just dominate towers and make sure that they have to always permanently match. This will be fun.
Absolutely.
But
Getting into
yeah, a lot of interest in this Echo playstyle. I know Echo is not as much of a common champ, and I want to see how Mr. takes advantage of his experience playing that champion, especially because he is a highly experienced Echo player. So we'll see some interesting mechs out of him.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to throw that Time Winder, Echo's Q. It's going to clear the wave quite fast. As soon as he gets it maybe to level 5, so he's level 5, he has 3 points in that Q. That's going to be doing a lot of damage to the wave. Similar to Ahri. Although Ahri, I think, much better on the quick roam to a jungle fight happening near chickens or near the wolves on blue side. What we're going to see is probably similar to every other game. The person who comes second to the fight in bot lane or to the Grubs fight is going to have quite a bit of advantage, as these players have been dodging abilities like the Charm or like REQ. And so whoever comes second and uses their point and click abilities, or once the flashes are gone, they're going to have a big advantage.
Definitely. I also think that I feel like you can tell me, since you know a little bit more about bot lane, but I feel like Ziggs Mel is such an annoying lane for Samira with all that poke and that chunk of HP just from Mel and her execute.
Yeah, it's certainly going to be difficult, but what these two champs don't have is a lot of HP. And so one great Rakan W and a Rakan R, or even if he's hiding in the top bush in bot lane, Eing to Samira, Wing in, then pressing R, it's so much CC and so many layers for Samira to use her passive off of. It's really dangerous for Ziggs and Mel if they're using their E or if they're using their Mel invulnerability proactively and not reactively to that specific combo.
Yeah, not only that, I'm also super excited to see how the matchup works, because I don't know if you watched Worlds, but I remember Faker going in for that Rakan charm with the Rakan ulti, and I feel like Rakan as a champion with his ultimate can flip team fights just with that CC timing. So I'd love to see that playstyle just take off this game and flip team fights from looking completely lost to fully winnable.
Yeah, I mean, there are so many places on Summoner's Rift where there's just this small rectangle, whatever direction or orientation it's facing, that's Rakan's playground. He wants to be able to just get everyone immediately. Uh-oh. Bio break, bio issues. We've got a pause happening.
Yeah, we've got a little bit of a little break, a little bathroom break. It happens. We're all human. But yeah, again, let's see. Both previous matches have been so extraordinarily spicy. Every single game have had so many cool team fights that I am so excited, and we're already back. Do you think this game will be anything even close to last ones or even better? What do you think?
Well, I'm certainly interested in this double AP bot lane and this Yorick Jarvan top, which I imagine kind of mirrors the Jarvan Garen, the Garen split push and the macro play happening in the top lane. Maybe we finally see the opportunity for Zangy to prioritize top in a way that he hasn't been able to in the past few games. To really utilize that chemistry that he and Sour Sam have.
Yeah, definitely. And on top of that, one thing I'm super interested to see, bot lane has been a little bit more passive throughout like laning phase because they've been trying to just scale, get CS, farm up. I think this laning phase will be a lot more aggressive. I can kind of foresee Ziggs Mel chunking, Samira and Rakan down and going in for an early blood, even though they're mages. They can definitely go for that, or even get caught out and have to force flash and get killed early. Ooh, the invade coming in.
Oh, too bad you're going for the W immediately, but unfortunately the charm and the root, that gives first blood over to Ahri. Beautiful layering by Mel and Ahri there.
The craziest thing is the only thing used by Zangy's team is Ignite. No flash, no other use. It's no uses either from Samira, so all summoners are still up. It is 1 kill for mid lane, which does give a very big advantage, especially it is a ranged mid lane versus melee, so it will be impactful, but I don't think that Ahri can back in time, so we'll only see a little bit of an XP boost. Other than that, it won't be too much.
Yeah, I mean, Zangy's team setting the pace of this game off right, saying, hey, you guys gotta go to lane and get your prio, because you don't have Ignite, you need to make sure that you are succeeding in this lane. Got nondescript starting on chickens. So Morgana, not big in the jungle as she once was maybe a season and a half ago. We'll see if this is a resurrection from Salad.
Yeah, and I think also one thing that's very important to know is that Aurelia is pushing wave. Aurelia does farm really well and trades well early against Yorick, but I feel like it's very strong for Yorick to take that wave push and scale a little bit, since a lot of times Aurelia can punish early, but Yorick is so annoying to deal with late game. I can see Sam getting ganked a lot since Yorick minions always push waves. So I'd love to see if later on Salad takes advantage of that and pushes for Blaine to get an advantage.
Yeah, this is also super interesting dynamic of different damage profiles that are put out by the team. Ironically, you'd think you want plated... Ooh, Irelia joining Zangy in the jungle.
Wow.
Blaine saying, hey, you don't get to do this for free. If I have push, you get out of here. Oh, but now the collapse as Yorick is here. Sour Sam
my
is here
God.
with Zangy to do the double on.
Oh, what a stun!
Away.
Huge plays by Blaine, but does Blaine get out? Is he gonna get caught out? Oh my God, the Zangy stomp with Sam getting that Q, that Yorick Q to finish off Aurelia and get a lead. That is big for Yorick.
Yeah, we see an opportunity potentially for Salad to throw an errant Q over this. Oh, Zangy
Oh
claiming
my
the feat of
God.
warfare already by killing Mystifer from over that unseen area.
And by the way, remember we said, hey, Zangy, are you going to have any J4 games today? Do you think so? And he said no. He gets a J4 game. He already gets a kill and 2 assists 3 minutes and a half in. He is getting pushed by Rakan to try to peel for that push on Zangy, but he does get Scuttle. We'll see if top now takes advantage. I think Sam has not had time to back yet, so he doesn't have that gold lead yet installed. I want to see if Sam does manage to push waves. I think Blaine is keeping wave pushing towards him so that Yorick has to TP. We'll see what happens. I think Zangy is just constantly ganking over and over again.
Yeah, that's the J4 method. Just keep the pressure high and let your laners shine with the farm.
Yeah, definitely. I think bot lane's also very interesting. How do you feel with the combos right now? Again, Ziggs is up HP with Mel, but I still think it's not that much of a gap. It's very close.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I was gonna say previously that you might want plated steel caps and thinking, oh, the ghouls, they auto-attack, the maiden auto-attacks, and there's not a lot of AD on their team, but I really want to deal with... Oh, we see a beautiful Rakan W coming out from Badger, but Lick and Stick with an invulnerability there protecting himself. But the ghouls don't apply basic attacks that are blocked by plated steel caps. Ironically, we've got Zangi's team encouraging Merc Treads more than anything on this side. So maybe we'll see.
Interesting. Oh, what an engage by Rakan going in to try to catch out Lick and Stick. And now Pop-Tart's pushing up, trying to get some damage on Dr. Fox. They get really good peel, and oh my god, Rakan goes back in. What a dodge. Now Pop-Tarts goes in for the kill on Mel. Just goes up. 1 HP. Is Pop-Tarts gonna get it? Oh my god, just trades 1 for 1. But, oh, does Badger get out? No, Zangi takes the kill. That is a good trade for Dr. Fox. Not only does Fox get a kill, he also gets momentum with that lane. That's going to be tough for bot lane. But a massive TP to try to punish Sam. Does Sam get out of here? What a cage, but a stun by Aurelia. And now Aurelia punishes and gets a big shutdown. That's huge.
Yeah, massive gold where it was really dreadfully needed on the part of Blaine's team here.
Yeah, definitely. And I feel like overall, even though it seemed like Zane's team was really ahead, now it's looking a bit close because, you know, it's looking like Top can definitely come back from this, you know, void of getting a lead with Zangi, you know, getting picks early off of Blaine. And now that one pick just changed the momentum. A big root and charm by Firefly. That's huge. They're going for a team fight, but Zangi gets caught out by Echo, and that is huge for Morgana. Morgana gets the pick.
Yeah, no handshake this game, but we do see them taking a little bit of a dagger at Zangi's team here, making sure he dies in the process, and the shutdown is delivered to Mystifer.
Oof. The roots on Rakan. Rakan getting melted, but now Sarasem's trying to catch out Blaine and trying to use the lady to punish and doing so much damage. That is insane. That is Yorick for you. Even though Aurelia is a strong champion, Yorick is busted. As a top laner, I say so myself.
Yeah, I would agree.
That champion is just a tower dominator and a lane bully, no matter what. And I must say, Blaine is playing really well, getting autos off, but that is a plate, and the lady is not dead. It is taking a lot of damage, but not gone. And the worst thing about Yorick, you think the lady's 1 HP, a simple back saves her. So he does everything for the lady to make sure she stays up. Ooh. Big engage.
Ooh, with a beautiful flash Q, forcing Dr. Fox to flash himself. Blue Badger just walking out, taking quite a bit of AP damage from the combo down bot. Oh, and this Q
my god, the roots! Huge play! Is this going to be a pick-off for Pop-Tarts? Oh my god, 1 HP, Fox survives! What a play!
Very nice escape as Zangi is coming in.
This might be a re-engage. Oh my god, the ulti. Yeah, onto Pop-Tarts. And now is this another kill for Zangi for the J4? Oh my god.
Wow.
That is massive. That is so crazy to see Zangi's team step it up and not only make up for it, but take advantage of it and make a play out of it. Proactive plays again by Zangi's team.
Yeah, we're seeing Zangi then get right onto the dragon to secure the second objective of the game. He's already gotten one part of the feats. Maybe it's going to be a quick Epic Monsters feat here, and that would set his team forward for the rest of the game.
Yeah, they're already up almost 3k, which is really impressive. I think Zangi is trying to be like, hey, you gave me my main, you gave me J4, there's a reason you always ban it. Don't let me have this, or else you'll see my power.
Yeah.
And he's showing it. I must say that a lot of the plays out here have been kind of crazy with always Zangy in it. So I'd like to see how Zangy goes in for these plays. He always tends to be in the area, kind of like Salad was in the previous ones. But now, Mel getting a big chunk off Rakan. So this is big. They're getting vision off, but there's another pink ward. So it's not as impactful. But Mel trading more, going in for a solo bolo on support versus support. But Mr. is going. And they engage on Yorick. Yorick's trying to survive, doing a lot of damage to Aurelia, but it's not enough with that gank from Salad. Massive pick and huge play for Aurelia to stay up in top lane.
Fights all across the map as Firefly and Mystifer are duking it out in the river, and then in their lane, Mystifer almost going for has to ult to avoid that tower damage killing him. And here we see
that
once
E
again,
dodge was massive.
Salad coming in for potential pressure, allowing Mystifer. Again, Lick and Stick, a great route. But it's reversed as Wait My Pop-Tarts ults onto both of them. And Dr. Fox is next.
Is this another one for Samira? 2 full kills for Samira, going Bloodthirster first. That's massive. Aurelia might get caught out. She does by Firefly, and that is massive. Even though Mystifer does get plates, it still is a big pick and gives Firefly a little bit of more of a gold lead. Already 3 kills, and it continues to grow. Yeah, the gold lead is around 800 gold. 1 HP by Firefly, and I must say, most lanes are really up gold on Zangy's side. They're playing really well this game. They're like, hey, we lost last 2, we're making up for it, we're showing you our true potential, and all out. What a reverse route by Lick and Stick. Now Dr. Fox is going in for that damage on the Morgana. She's 1 HP. Does he ult? He doesn't have any Ziggs ult to finish off the kill. That is huge.
I mean, also in the meantime, we saw feats be secured by the blue side here, as they got the 3rd objective in a row. The 3 grubs from the beginning, the dragon, and then the 3 secondary grubs. In addition to those warfare feats, it looks like they are securing much more than just turret plates. The gold seems to be even, but the long-term objectives are secured for Zangy's team.
Yeah, and the craziest part is, think about it. Yorick, like I said earlier, he's the type of champ that can actually go out and just perma push waves and just stomp towers, even if he's behind. So it's 6 grubs. Imagine Yorick late game with 6 grubs. He doesn't even have to go Hullbreaker to do so much damage. And this is Zangy going in, trying to get Sam to get a good play, engages with ulti, and he's trying to give it to Sam. Sam gets it. Huge kill. He flashes.
Kill there.
That is huge. And what a play by Mystifer, catching Lick and Stick out with that play and ults out just for security. That is massive by Mystifer to get that kill. Getting that team a little bit back, but Ziggs just ults the wave and ensures that they can't push. This is such a tight game. It's so close in gold. That is first turret for Sam, which is huge. But again, you think it's over, but it's never over. What a flash by Firefly to try to engage. Uses ult. This could be a kill. Gets away though. Falls back. What a play by Mystifer to get out. And this might be a kill. Oh my god, what a play by Ari, just dodging all abilities. Is this a kill? Oh my god, Lick and Stick might get caught out, but Zangy's there.
Wow.
Does Pop-Tarts do it? Gets one, goes in, is against Zangy. There's no way. Is there? Is this going to be a play by Rakan to save?
Wow. The ult coming back out for Samira, and it's not enough. Rakan still goes down. What a play back by the blast plant.
Yeah, but that was huge.
Yes.
By Rakan, since Rakan actually shielded Samira, and the dash, trying to go for the outplay, but Zangy catches her out. So close. Pop-Tarts almost making the insane counterplay. That was so well done by both sides. It was insane.
Yeah, it's Jarvan's spear just giving him that extra HP on those passive targets. It's so much damage, and I believe he has his own spear item on him, getting him some healing every time he hits a new target. It's too much for a mere ADC just hoping to get her S rank.
Yeah. You know, it's so interesting to see because a lot of times I feel like, ADCs. I actually was talking to Pop Tarts a bit earlier about this because I played against him, and I don't understand how ADC space, because spacing is so difficult while you're that squishy. You just can't do much, and you have to zone properly and have such good movement. It's so difficult. Oh, but what an engage by Blaine. Good stun on Mel. This might be, but what a root counter by Lick and Stick.
A lone Lick and Stick makes it out alive as the dragon is being secured by red side. Firefly just heading back to the bot lane to keep pushing. Oh, nope. Going back.
They're trying to get the tower quick. They're trying to get the W on it, and that's huge. That is why they went grubs.
It's so much turret damage. 6 grubs, Yorick Q, Ziggs W going insane on these turrets.
I would love to see a play. Oh, wow. What are these autos and dodges? Wow. But yeah, I was going to say, I would love to see a play where he sends Maiden just down a separate lane, starts split pushing, and just farms both lanes and goes for like heavy pressure with that Yorick Maiden. That would be such an interesting play to macro, and just get bot tower after bot tower with Ziggs while the Maiden just clears waves. I'd want to see if they pull that off.
I mean, it's almost a 1-4-1 at that point, or it's a 1-3-2. Somehow you have an extra player on your team with Maiden.
Yeah, definitely. It's just the macro plays. They nerfed Yorick jungle, but they did not nerf Yorick in general. So Yorick is still strong.
We've got red side has no idea the blue team, Zangi's team, is even on the Rift Herald. As Aurelia is going in on Firefly. Firefly looking to their team for help here. Zangi able to come up, and it looks like Blaine
going for a dive,
and Pop Tarts getting the turret and a dive successfully.
That is a bit tough because that turret isn't worth as much now since it's not first, and it's also after a while. So I'd say that might not have been worth, but it was still a turret down. It's not bad. It's a turret for a champion. I think they also might get bot tower because of it, and mid tower's gone, so it's a little bit tough. I feel like Aurelia, though, is playing very mechanically this game. We saw a lot of plays that Ahri almost got caught out, even with ulti. Queuing to the second ult was insane. We'll see how they played here.
Yeah, we'll see. Even with these minor advantages that Zangi's team won in the beginning of the game, it is neck and neck with objectives being scored by both teams. Slight advantage to Zangi still, but hey, this game could go either way. It's closer than any other game has been at 17 minutes already.
Yeah, definitely. And the interesting thing I saw from chat, Durganoon said that, Aurelia kills the Maiden too fast if it is split. Big engage and charm by Ahri, going in on the Rakan, trying to catch out Rakan with Zangi. Big ult by Lick and Stick, and the kill is secured by Firefly. That is big. That is huge. But yeah, Durganoon said that, Aurelia does kill off the Maiden before it's used to the extent it should be, so it wouldn't be as effective, which would make sense. Here, there might be a big fight.
Pulling Aurelia away just for the Maiden might be enough for this team with the macro that they're able to produce with Ziggs, Yorick, and Maiden. I don't know. It's a difficult position, and Blaine is really going to have to lead his team with some crazy macro. Another turret goes down. Ziggs.
The macro is crazy with Ziggs. This is such a crazy comp to just guarantee, but Mel is getting caught out. Yeah, and that's a massive combo. Ooh, big charm and big damage, but it's not too much. The peel with Ziggs W is huge. Oh, let's see if Zangi gets caught out. Does not. Just gets out. And the macro again. Remember, this is Bao style. Don't forget it. Going for those towers as team fights are happening. Oh, and more team fights on team fights are happening. Blaine gets caught out but goes in with ulti. Now there's a big fight happening with Salad trying to get some CC, and they clean it up with Pop Tarts getting kill after kill with Mystifer. That is insane plays for the macro, and Mystifer does catch out Yorick right there, so Sam does get killed. Ooh, wow, what is that Ziggs damage? Oh, but Pop Tart's going in with that ulti, gets one, but is traded 1-for-1. That is insane by Dr. Fox getting that kill. That is slowing the momentum of the Samira.
Yeah, I mean, so much of the map has been broken open at just 19 minutes into the game. There are barely any turrets left on either side, as both teams have to up their warding game and make sure that the map is lit up when turrets can't light it up.
Yeah, definitely. And I would love to see how the team fights work, because if one team wins a big team fight, it doesn't even have to be Soul. It doesn't have to be Elder. Like, I think one dragon fight could get people to inhib, and then on top of that, then one more fight ends the game. That's how crazy it is with Ziggs and with Yorick and with 6 Scrubs. It's so impactful.
Yeah, both teams are powered up and continuing to power up with all the kills and gold that's being shared around. Surely it's one mistake and it's over. Especially as both teams are almost fully here for this dragon. Ziggs and Yorick
Ooh.
up top. Yorick still has TP, but forcing a back.
That is kind of huge, especially it's Yorick and Ziggs. They're trying to delay as much as possible and trying to bait them to waste time. Zangy does flash, but he misses EQ! And he gets caught out, but he does ulti to delay more. And now Firefly going in on Mystifer, trying to catch him out, and goes for the charm, but just goes wide. Now, oh my god, the Morgana ult does so much damage. And Blaine cannot fight off the Rift Herald with Sam and with Fox. They are going in. Now, Blaine trying to get a kill off, but it's not enough. They might be able to get tower hit with that Rift. That might be worthwhile. Are they going to be able to smite it? Oh my god, is it hitting?
Oh, no.
It hits.
Wow.
It hits tower. And wait, don't forget Sam. Sam is Yorick, a broken champion that's not only playing well, but he gets tower. He
One
gets
Nexus turret
tower.
down.
Is this going to be a fight that could actually be game?
Whoa.
Oh my god, Sam just gets one more. What a trade for one dragon. Not only one, but 2 turrets and the inhib at 21 minutes.
Yeah, just 2 turrets remain on the entirety of red side. Of course, they are going to get their Nexus turret, the one that was destroyed, respawning in a matter of a few minutes. But that is dastardly with very little protection from turret objectives on their side of the map now.
Think about Baron. Imagine one Baron play could actually cause this to be a final fight at 22 minutes. That is crazy to think about how strong their macro is this game. To think about how a Yorick Ziggs combo with 6 Scrubs just melts towers, and they say, hey, take that Ocean Drag. We're fine. We'll give you it. We'll just take almost your entire base for that one dragon.
Yeah, especially Otacon, which takes so long to take, and of course there's going to be so much vision down on this side of the map, where this side has much more vision closer to their turrets. The red side is here first. It looks like they're setting it up.
Oh
Proto Badger going
God,
with an RW. Oh, the Q from Morgana being reflected back as Lick and Stick tries to help Firefly escape as Lick and Stick delivers their life as sacrifice. Of course, we've got backs coming out from the red team. Zangy stopping some backs from Salad. Oh, and everyone is, besides Samira, is sticking around for the Otacon. Proto Badger going in with the W, followed up with a Salad Q.
Wait, are they backdooring? Are they trying to backdoor and force people to not back? Is this actually happening? No. Wait, the charm is massive on Badger. Zangy ults in and gets them caught out, and Salad gets killed. They might have tempo to get Otacon, but Mystifer goes in and gets Sam some damage, but he gets chunked. Is Fox caught out? No. That is massive macro and pressure by Zangy's team, forcing people to try to back and get caught out solo, because some backed, some didn't. That's such a smart play to macro the whole entire map.
Yeah, beautifully done. And now it's Otacon time, as it's 3v5 at most if red team can make it here. There's already 4 on the blue team. Ziggs holding the wave in mid, making sure that they have no clue that this is even happening.
Yeah, the vision control on top of the macro is crazy. Lick and Stick ensuring that there was no vision before they even went for that play, to then stop backs, to then cause Otacon to be fully taken, plus all the pressure on that Nexus, forcing all of Blaine's team to be like, hey, you know, we want to go and contest them. We have the power. We have a Fed Samira, but it does not matter. We cannot get these waves out of our base. Oh, what a great engage. Samira in, but charmed. Going for the W, gets the ulti off, but is it enough? Is it enough to kill? It is! It gets Yorick caught out, but they trade 1 for 1. Or 2 for 1, because Yorick also dies, and now Zane going back in, trying to get out Pop-Tarts. Pop-Tarts dodges! And gets out! And the ulti, trying to get the Ziggs caught out, and massive damage onto Ziggs, super low. Zane's trying to peel, goes in for another kill, and now it's Pop-Tarts back in, trying to take out Zangy. Big damage. Is Pop-Tarts gonna catch him? Let's see it. Oh my god, Zane gets one, but trades. That is crazy plays by both sides. Even though it was a fight that looked like it was Blaine-sided, they traded 4 for 3, which is still good for Blaine's team, but it is not as big as it seemed at first.
Yeah, and we've got a massive wave building in the top lane as the third inhibitor minion, super minion, is ready to join the force there, forcing Aurelia to come up. Let's see what they can make off of this as they gravitate towards the Ocean Drake, and the Baron is on the map.
Yeah, if they get Baron here, I think that this might be an endgame next fight. That is how crazy it is. At 25 minutes, almost 26 minutes, it might be an endgame with only 3 dragons taken total. That is how fast their tempo has been with macro. That is how well they've been playing this game, just with Yorick and Ziggs going for that side push as the rest of the team tried to bait out the individuals. It's crazy plays.
Yeah, and you'll notice not a tier in sight. This game, I would have said it from the beginning if it was true. They did not want this one to go to 40 minutes. They knew from the start, this is a 30-minute one.
The craziest part is Yorick does have hull breakers, so it is just 1 ace, and the whole Nexus is gone. So they're playing so safe, giving drags, taking their time, but Samira might get outscaled at some point, so they need to take the lead. Aurelia going in on Yorick with that Recon engage, and Morgana there, trying to catch out the individual and get picks, and Samira takes the kill to even get a greater lead and get more damage in.
Yeah, I mean, Yorick, pretty far away from his team there. It's a great opportunity taken by Blaine's team to collapse and say, we'll at least buy ourselves some time, maybe even secure a Baron if we can get another pick here, which Mystifer is looking to do on Dr. Fox as Blue Badger comes in, but
the root! Almost. Wait, does Rakan get there? No, he doesn't. He gets cut out. Is Rakan gonna get killed? No, gets out, but that Mel disengage was insane. Is that a charm? Oh, charm just whips, gets rooted. Wow. That's the massive Morgana Q, and that causes the trade to be towards Blaine's side.
Yeah, once again, we're seeing even a gold shift slightly in the favor of Ban Demacia. So, who knows? This game has shifted both ways. Of course, the turret difference is in Zangi's team's favor, but Ban Demacia is holding on to dear life and using every opportunity they can to get some more gold onto their carries.
Yeah, definitely. And I like what Mithra was saying in chat. Mithra said those J4 plays are sassy AF, and I agree. Zangi's pulling out the J4, going for all-out sassy plays, not hesitating, just going for it and all in, and showing up for the plays. So, going really good. Oh, Aurelia goes in on Zangy, but Fox is there. Is this a winning fight? I don't think that Aurelia can win, but dodges the Ziggs ult, goes in for Ziggs, gets Seraphs, but gets charmed by the Ahri. Oh, and now Samira is also caught out, but the Rakan does disengage, and they get out. Very big.
Rakan is the sassy tramp that was neat for sure. That champion can do it all. Oh, Morgana Salad being caught out by a roaming Sam as he's looking and saying, "Hey, there's an opportunity for me here. I'm taking this inhib. I am the lone."
Oh my god. He pulls out the maiden, and this might just be another inhib. Wow. Does he actually win this fight? I think he might win against this Morgana Rakan. He just kills with maiden. Does he not? Does he hit an E on her? Oh my god, she's won. He can actually stay and win this because he heals off Q, and they're getting double inhib.
TP back.
Oh my god. The macro is insane. They're macroing out of their mind.
Yeah, it looks like blue team is regrouping, potentially a Baron play now that the supers are headed towards their base, forcing Blaine's team, Ban Demacia, to turtle adjust a little bit as Aurelia looks to
they're face
secure some
checking.
vision.
They're face checking. If Morgana walks up to them after she clears rocks, if they stay, no, they didn't stay. They were in that bush. They were waiting for Morgana. That would have been crazy.
Oh,
Almost.
we've got Blaine with a flank here potentially, but Ziggs goes down. First Seraph being popped. Oh, Samir with an amazing ult. Pop-Tarts pulling out so much damage.
Triple
Oh,
kill. Wait, is that a penta? Oh my god. Does Zane get out? Wait, is this?
Oh, the root
my
stopping Blue Badger in his tracks.
So close. That was almost a potential penta kill just for Pop-Tarts popping off this game. 14 kills alone. Doing so well this game.
And we're seeing a massive push on this full wave down the mid lane. With Mel doing her part to take some of these minions out. But it looks like it will be an inhibitor turret for Ban Demacia as they're looking to dive Mel for a second there.
But wait, look at their base. Look at their base. Look at how many minions, super minions, are at their base. They're gonna try to delay backs because their turrets might actually go down just by minions alone. They're TPing. Is this a backdoor Sam angle? Is this gonna be Sam backdooring, getting both? Oh, but he gets Samira there. I don't think he gets it. Does he kill? Oh
wow,
my god,
so
he got one.
damage.
Yeah, that was just Samir being back in time. What a smart back. If Samir did not back, he would have gotten both towers.
I believe
that
we're
is
having
such a good play.
bug. I don't think that tower is yet back up.
Oh, it
It
isn't?
doesn't look like it's back up on the
I think
minimap,
there's
at least.
So from my experience with those towers, so I've had this before, as long as the tower it doesn't like have to actually big engage and kill by Pop-Tarts. Oh, going in for another one, trying to get ulti off, gets a double. Is this gonna be a triple? Does Firefly get out? Oh, this is a cutoff right here. This is definitely gonna be a Pop-Tarts kill unless somehow Firefly gets out. I don't think Firefly can. Unless the charm. Oh my god. No way.
It's so much
The
distraction. I
delay.
don't know if it's worth it for them to chase Firefly into their base anymore, knowing Mystifer is coming around with the E.
Oh
And
my
that's it,
god.
including the Ignite from Rakan, just to guarantee.
Yeah. So I was gonna say that when towers respawn, when you're watching the actual replays, they don't show on the map or on the actual base that it's technically fully respawned. It just shows the tower without HP, so that tower can be up. And I think in this time, I think that Sour Sam did not get both towers, so I think they have one tower still. Yeah, I believe so.
Dr. Fox heading in.
Wait. Oh my god. Does it get backdoored? Oh my god, the ulti by Morgana, and that is another kill. Blaine's team is getting kill after kill after kill, even though their base is very low. This could be bad momentum. And now Pop-Tart's going in for a kill on Mel, but gets shut down by Zangy, by the classic J4 Zangy combo. Going in and getting the massive 1k shutdown.
Yeah, that is a lot of gold headed his way.
Oh, see, I must say, even though Zangy's team was so ahead and had so much good macro, with this lead for Pop-Tarts, and Pop-Tarts playing the way that he is, I think it's very tough for Zangy's team to end. Even though they have backdoors, I think that all these team fights are actually going to be heavily weighed towards Blaine's team. So, unless they catch out Samir immediately, it might be a very difficult game to win.
Yeah, I mean, surely there have been opportunities to do things other than the backdoors, and they've chosen the TP and the running in. It just hasn't worked out in their favor just yet. Surreptitiously, Red Team has been aware of what's happening and been able to back just in time. They've taken so much success from a traditional push into them when we have minions way. It looks as though they're returning to that. At least setting
Yeah, I
up
hope
Baron
so.
Here.
Yeah, if they do get Baron here, I think it might actually almost be over because Ziggs can W both towers at once. But this is a massive engage by Zangy. onto Salad, and there isn't enough team there, but Pop-Tarts in the back line might be going for this massive play. Does Pop-Tarts get ulti? Does, but Ziggs is 1 HP, and so is Zangy. Oh my god, they survive. They just get out, but Pop-Tarts also does, and Mystifer's there. Yeah, that's a huge cleanup necessary because that is a 2 for 2. But don't forget about Sam. Don't forget about the Yorick that always backdoors. You can't always be safe. Yup.
You notice her red dead body in the bot lane.
Yeah, that is huge. Oh, but Sam might be pushed up too far. What a W. The Maiden is gone, but the macro again getting inhib. That is crazy plays by Fox and Sam all game. Getting macro after macro after macro play. That is crazy. Switching up the playstyle.
Yeah, I mean, I said these players didn't want to go to 40 minutes, but they might anyways, as just escaping where my Pop-Tarts, the slows and Qs, putting himself in a dangerous position as he continues to chase.
Oof. That is a lot of Ziggs damage, a lot of poke. So you don't want to get caught out, especially Rabadon's is probably coming up soon for that Ziggs. So you never know. It might be, it might look like a little cute little Ziggs just throwing cute, bombs at you. But unfortunately, those do a lot of damage. So you got to watch out.
These teams, if there's one thing that I've learned, it's that they don't give each other massive epic monsters for free.
Oh.
They are going to fight over this Baron, and it is going to be the end of the game with whoever wins it. As Salad is chunked down, forced to leave the Baron's position, but Mystifer and Dr. Fox are fighting it out in the bot lane. Mystifer might be potentially able to come to someone's aid here.
Yeah, definitely. And I think one thing that, I think Zangy's team is doing so well with Sam and Fox is, I think as a top laner, a lot of people don't pay attention to wave management and where the wave is on the map. If you can look at the map right now, all waves are in the center or higher for Zangy's team, which is giving them so much momentum on this objective that even if they have more people there and they get a Baron, it's going to be harder for them to end with those mega minions being alive. So this is the important part. When you go for Barons, you can't just go for it. And what a massive engage on Zangy. Zangy's already popped, and Samir has ulti, gets a double kill, goes on the Yorick, going for a triple.
Wow.
Oh, and another...
Dr. Fox and Mystifer do a Dragon Ball Z, both die in the same instance, and it's left 4 of them against just Lick and Stick to defend. Possible.
It is possible because, again, like I said, before this fight, they actually managed waves really well. So this is going to be a very hard time to end, but they have so much time on the death timers that I think they could even wait. What a route counter. If this is a destroyed wave, this is possible. A lot of damage being dealt, and they're trying to dive. Lick and Stick, big ulti down. Let's see if the wave clear. E is used, so wave clear won't be that strong. Super low. Is that going to be ulti?
One turret, and we've got 5 seconds until Firefly and Zangy are back up as they're struggling to take this second Nexus turret down.
Is this over? Is it over?
Hitting the Nexus.
Wait! They're so low! Everyone is so low, this might be over. Big Zangy ult, but it's done.
It's done. 3-0 to ban Demacia, and it turned out the strategy worked for them.
Definitely, but that was a crazy game. Even with the previous ones, they stepped it up another level on top of what they did before, which is crazy to say. That was insane.
They had all of us sweating with that wild tower pushing strategy. That was super cool, super interesting, and an innovative way to deal with what they were met with.
Yeah, definitely. I must say that whole play of going for macro, you don't see it that much unless you have a very coordinated team. It's so hard to pull that off, especially with any sort of lead, and pushing it and then not overcommitting. They committed a bit too hard at the end, but they had such good potential with every single play. They always got inhibs, they always got towers, and that one play against the Dragon was huge from Zangy's team, but every single time Blaine's team kept on pushing back and consistently playing and playing and playing to then win it all. It was huge.
What a game 3. I thought, watching that, I thought that Zangy and the Sassy Tramps were going to just continue steamrolling down the sidelines. They had Yorick, they had Ziggs, they had Zangy on Jarvan fed, and they had so much push. And Band Demacia figured out a way to stymie everything they wanted to do. What a great play from the whole, well, from all 10 players.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. I think it's adaptation that really won them the game there. Clearly, they had their nexus exposed and they were put into the position of crisis of, hey, it's do or die. We got to figure out how to deal with this or lose right now. And, kind of lose the dignity in the it's the game that's for all the marbles. It's the bonus game, really. So they figured it out and they pulled through.
Yep, definitely.
Well, everyone, we've come to the end of the Ruby Invitational, and although it was a 3-0, the games were really, they felt so much closer than the final score would indicate.
Totally agreed. They were beautiful games. All 3 of them were uniquely amazing.
I want to give a big thank you to both of you for casting those games. Really a wonderful job. I also have to give a big shout out to Kelton for producing this night and being on camera and just being the voice in the ear over the course of the evening. Great job. Thank you so much to John and Zangy and Poggle for planning this last CMSA Esports League of Legends season. Y'all did such a phenomenal job to kind of bring us to this point, and for all the players and for you watching, thank you so much. 2 quick announcements. April 11th, CMSA will be at the Pride Lounge of C2E2, so if you haven't yet planned your trip, we'd love to see you there. And also, CMSA Esports is doing a March giveaway. It's a ton of Microsoft stuff. 12 months of Game Pass, Xbox controller, and then a bunch of Microsoft swag. It's an awesome partnership, so please check that out and redeem. We'd love to. Hopefully you can win. All right. With that said, guys, tune in next week as Topaz and Nick. You'll be on that stream again as well.
I will.
This time as a player. So Topaz will take the rip for the final of our 3 invitational series. Can't wait to see everyone back then.
Yeah, I mean, you'll get the chance to say, like, hey, I talked a lot on this stream about what works and what doesn't. It'll be the proof in the pudding if I completely flop next week. Then you'll say, oh, he had no idea what he was talking about. Anything he said, I'll just do the opposite.
Nah, I believe you got this. It's gonna be a fun one. Especially it's gonna be spicy. It's gonna be fearless, right?
Yes. So it's going to be
so
a true test of our diversity.
Well, I
Yeah,
can't
so
wait.
tune in next week.
Yeah, I can't wait. Definitely join us next week. I will be on the broadcast. With that said, as always, everyone, good night. Be kind to one another.
Good night.
Good night.